Welcome back, baby. It's the Shonen Post Show, episode 36. This is a podcast where we talk about manga, 9 of them to be exact, and pretty soon we'll probably be talking about more on a upcoming monthly show. So if you're interested in that, drop some comments down below to let us know, what kind of monthlies you like to read and what you want to hear us talk about. Also, keep an eye on the Twitter and in our community tab, but that's for another day. For today, we're talking about the usuals. We talk about Chainsaw Man, Centuria, Dandadan, Ranger Reject, Gachiakuta, Shangri-La Frontier, Ichi The Witch, Otr of The Flame, and Kagurabachi. We also review your comments and talk about them after the show. But, as usual, it's your boys. Today, your host, Big Yato. I'm joined with Knox,
Yes, sir.
Papa Traffy,
What's up?
and the Greek Weeb.
Good evening.
We are all here. That means there's probably an earthquake next door to you, or a volcano erupting in your living room or some shit. But yeah, crazy things happen when all four of us get together. So we're here today. Also, like to thank you guys for helping us reach that big thowie. Finally did it. 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Clap it up. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Do it again. If that subscribe button ain't already lit up for you, blue saying that you subscribe, hit that button right now. Do it. I dare you. You won't. But you
I
should.
double dog dare you.
Yeah, hit the like, drop some comments. Also, they implemented a new hype feature on YouTube or something like that. So, like, you probably can't see it right now since our page isn't fully monetized. But soon, if you're listening to this and you see a hype feature down at the bottom, hit that because it'll boost us in the algorithm, help us, reach other nerds who read comic books and stuff to, help them hear conversations about stuff. Anyway, intro running long. But one last thing, we're also on Spotify. We'll have a link for that in the description. We're uploading videos, episodes, or whatever to that as we go. It'll probably take a little while, but we'll get there, and then soon people that are into that can listen to it there. We'll probably also transition to things like Apple Music and stuff. Still, keep a lookout for streams. I know we've been talking about that, but that's soon to come. And, enough with the intro because it's long. So we'll jump right into it today. We have a chunky episode, probably be a tough chapter of the week segment at the end, but start off with Centuria, chapter 64, A Soul of Sin. Knox, let you go.
Yeah. This chapter was great. It does a lot more of like the reintroduction of Arcos' character and like what that kind of means for the conflict at hand. We see that he completely eviscerated the opponents in front of him here. These witches stood no chance against his application of his abilities versus like Altus, obviously, who's like baby time Arcos when it comes to like, attack potency and like damage and shit like that. His shit's just on a completely different level. This motherfucker, like I got like it felt like I was looking at like Sukuna or some shit. Like when I was reading this chapter, I was like, I got those same kind of shivers. Like this man is a very, very serious problem. I love how like when the witches are like kind of like gather themselves and get the fuck out of there. You have the fire, the flames of sin witch, and she's like, he took the control of the liquid in our bodies. Like, he could have popped our heads like grapes or something, but instead he just took my arm. Is that like some kind of like petty payback? I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Like why didn't he just, explode them all from the inside out? This motherfucker's just playing with them. That's insane. And then she tries to pull up this like flame wall, in order to kind of like put up a smoke screen or whatever. And like while she's panicking and like trying to ready the attack, you just get this panel of Altus looking down at her like, yeah, nigga. I'm that nigga for real. Look how I got you. And it's like, yo. And then it explodes and she's like, holy shit, my flames are huge. What happened? Like just a moment ago they were barely anything, but now it's like a volcano's kind of erupted in this area. I thought I'm looking at like a volcano explosion panel. And she's like, dude, how does it? I don't think she's put together that this is like Arcos or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Do you think she would have stood a chance if she would have tried using her firepower on, Arcos?
Hell no, man. This nigga is different. And she even says for a second, she even says for a second, like, could these flames be enough to kill him? Like now that she's like surprised, like seeing, the range of the damage that she kind of just put out here, or the range of the potency of the flames that she's kind of put out. She's like, oh, wait a minute now. Could these flames be enough to kill? I can't even think about that because we got to get out of here. And it's like,
Dude, I love when any type of series is like this amount amounts to the weight of this person's sins, and it just immeasurably large just to show how fucked up they are.
Hmm.
Like I love it when stuff like when you see stuff like that, to show just how just different these types of characters are, and
Hmm.
how just lucky you are. A lot of these characters are that don't like take them on, or like they're already gone or stuff like that. And like I don't know, I mean, just showing that with Arcos of all characters really like lays in the gravity of what Julian had to like take on like earlier on in the series
Yeah,
in that degree. And
yeah.
then like
It's
man, he
super.
lucked out.
It really does like recontextualize that first fight
Yeah.
with Julius and Arcos, because I mean Arcos killed Angball, sure, but and that was like a big deal, and that was like really sad or whatever. But like Julian then proceeded to kind of low div him after that,
Yeah.
really, like especially when he got to the water or the sea or whatever. So we didn't really know like how serious the Arcos situation was until all these other characters that aren't Julian kind of came in and hyped him up, and we got retrospective storytelling that kind of laid the groundwork for exactly how strong this nigga is.
It almost feels like he kind of like he was. I mean, he was. They said that he stopped doing like massacres and stuff because it like wasn't interesting to him or
Hmm.
whatever in the
Hmm.
last chapter. But like he kind of like self nerfed himself to he like just focused on low tier conflicts, 1v1s and stuff, and like wiping out like armies and instead of like wiping out countries or whatever. But like it feels like he now that he's reawakened, like this almost feels like a feral version. It doesn't feel like the same guy. It's like almost a different person, even from the previous Arcos. I was about to call him Atlas again, but it's Altus. But um yeah, no, this is crazy. The just showing how much like, because like they were saying he's killed hundreds of thousands of people, so the weight of his sins would be massive. I don't have a soul equivalent to compare to this. I can just say that this reminded me of like Frieren revealing like how much magic she had been storing up over the years or whatever. But like even I think this is still kind of bigger in scale or whatever. This was huge, and I
Yeah.
was confused though because she says like I'm gonna put up a veil, so like she, like you said, a wall. I'll hide us behind a veil of flames. But then this happens, and it's like the veil. When I'm thinking like put up a veil, I'm thinking I'm gonna put up a wall. But like it causes this explosion. So I'm guessing by veil she meant like I'm gonna set him on fire, and that will kind of cause a smoke. Like I'll use him as the source of the smoke screen, set him on fire. But boom, like oh shit, it's like way more than I expected. Like she probably just expected, like a 5-10 foot flame that like covers him, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm on fire!" Like he falls, and
Like a
that gives them
distraction,
the
yeah.
chance to run away. Yeah, yeah. But like with them changing, to Arcos, this was huge. And so like to kind of answer Weeb's question earlier, I think Weeb asked like, would somebody was asking like, would this normally be enough to take him out? I don't think so because like page 9 we see page 10 we see him standing there like he's just floating in the air like in that like he got hit with that fire, he was the target, and he's still just floating there in the air in that fire. Like I don't think that shit would be enough to take him down. Like he's just too tough.
Yeah, he's got that water aura around him that's just like, kind of the fire's running into it and like not evaporating, but like whatever the water that he's got around him is
Steam,
like,
yeah.
yeah, he's like turning to steam or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I just realized something with the limiting of his like power to make things interesting. He is literally Kimpachi.
yeah, I mean he's a lot of people that
Yeah,
do that, but like
I mean
I
the reason
was
reason I think Kenpachi, I literally rewatched that episode of the reveal that he was just purposely, like subconsciously limiting his power just so we would have like make his fights more interesting.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Okay,
that's why I thought of him.
one thing I did like when I was reading this chapter, like I didn't expect the chapter to kind of like continue with Arcos in control, because in the last chapter he was saying like he got 10 seconds left and he would only need like 3 seconds to take these guys down, but like there's enough time for him to laugh and say, "Oh, you're below me," and then he like floats down to the bait and stuff. And I was like, "Damn, it's a long 10 seconds. This the shonen seconds, where
Yeah, yeah.
fucking Planet Namex blow it up in 5 minutes, but that shit takes 20 weeks." Like I was
Yeah.
like, "Bro,
No,
like this,
definitely.
so
I was definitely thinking about how much time has actually passed.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to point out it is Altus that's floating down. You can tell by his eyes.
Let's see.
Hmm.
So it's like during the explosion, he turns back into Altus and just floats down.
Yeah, I think he gets
Okay.
different dialogue bubbles as Arcos too, doesn't he?
think so,
Yeah, the black box, white lettering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think he has dialogue since he comes back from the explosion though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When he was floating up there on page 10, I thought that was still him, but I guess not. So the last time he's actually like truly Arcos is page 3, where he's looking down and there. Oh well, maybe no. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because the butler lady specifically like looks into his eyes and
Yeah.
sees a different person on page 15. And
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck? Because like from far away, she's like, hold on, Arc. Oh, never mind.
yeah. Okay, so like there was a change. I was definitely thinking like he didn't change until like he landed or
Mhm,
whatever. But
mhm.
no, it was he changed while in midair and then came down or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that clears it up a little bit.
But apparently, Zira has some kind of relationship with Arcos.
She was like his mate or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, they were.
She,
Yeah, we knew
yeah,
they were
were
kind of
introduced
close.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
I
were
been a
felt like it
while.
was something more than that. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you mean
uh,
gulp?
schmanging it.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
Yo,
Tall drink of water.
first of all,
Because
Arcos
like
is like
the
a teenager, ain't he?
No, I
Well,
think it's
the-
like-
Not no more. Nah, I think
Oh
he's,
yeah,
I think
the-
he's
he
old enough.
grown. Okay, he grown.
the necromancer chick like covers her mouth and she's like, "Oh my!" So I just like, "Oh, is there something else to this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! I think she's reacting that way because she's like, "Ooh, people that knew Arcos before are seeing that his body is reanimated." Like,
Oh
how
yeah,
do-
that's
how do-
fair.
Yeah,
How
I
they
think
gonna
that's
feel
what I
about
thought
this?
it
Because
was,
he's had like a helmet on or something, or like some kind of cowl covering his face since he's been reincarnated or reanimated or
Yeah.
whatever. And now
she-
the necromancer chick's like, "Ooh, his people are seeing him."
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she came with him when when he went on his battle to die. Like I'm pretty sure she was there because like she was introduced with him when he was on the battlefield by himself, like sitting in a chair. She was next to him when he like wiped out an army or something, and then he went and headed towards where Julian and them were. Pretty
Yeah.
sure he came with him.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
pretty
she
sure
came
this
with
is this is really bad for Elstree and Helm that someone from the royal family, for all intents and purposes, this butler chick is like close enough to the king to be, really close with Arcos or whatever. So like I'm pretty sure there was storytelling that was dedicated to how they have to keep the reanimation of Arcos under wraps, and for like people directly associated with Arcos and the king to not find out that his body is being used in this way, otherwise they're dead. So
Yeah.
it's probably like not good that she's here right now, and they're probably planning on killing her. Maybe.
I think they already were.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think they were planning on killing or letting everyone die to Julian.
everyone in the
That
raid.
wasn't there with them. Yeah.
Everyone in the raid. I don't think this butler chick was part of the raid though.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was.
technically she's there.
She was with the guy because she was standing with the guy who was firing off the stakes or whatever.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. I'm back.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, there was the whole like they wanted to make sure everyone from their like team was dead before they unveiled the Arcos resurrection thing. But yeah,
So that there was no witnesses.
yeah. So,
And it's so cool how she immediately recognizes that it's not Arcos. Like she's like, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
After
almost
looking
says his
into his
name.
eyes.
Well, I think she realizes it maybe even before that. Because when on page 12 when she's like Art and she's like about to say his name, he like kind of like staggers and starts falling, and then she's like, "Oh, well maybe that's just to catch him because he's falling. Maybe it isn't until she
Yeah.
looks into his eyes." Yeah. Because then there's the panel on 14 where he falls into her chest, and then she props him up and then looks at him, and then is like, "Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. The revelation is on 15 when she looks into his eyes for
Yeah.
sure." Yeah.
yeah, and I think it's just that look. Like she can tell that it's not the same.
Yeah.
He's aloof. He's not like
Yeah.
the prideful son of the king murderer. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's just a dude that
Realization,
fell
not
out.
revelation.
Yeah.
Why did I say revelation?
Oh
Realization.
my god. Yo, I love how on the page where she says, "Who is this?" you look down and fucking what's her face is hitting the Marge Simpson.
Oh my god. Nah, that's getting tweeted.
Yeah.
Oh
Serious.
my god.
Uppercut about
Yo.
to go crazy.
Not Toru Kuramori tracing. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, no way.
That's so
Nah,
funny.
but
Oh shit.
about this end though, like I guess I had forgotten that they were fighting Nightman.
Me
Or,
too.
Like, I thought they were like on off screen because we were talking about like, oh, what if they're fucking running away and fucking Altus or Arcos fires a water bolt at fucking TT and it's like, no, they're still dealing with fucking Thornblade, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, the page
Dude is
turn.
soloing them.
The page turned into that splash page where like bro is like readying the sword. Like even before I turned away from that page for what the hell, Lacrima, to be like, this guy's power is insane. Like I was saying that to myself just from the drawing on the splash page previous. I was like, yo, this nigga's aura is insane right now. It's like heavy, like gravity. Like
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
It's doing the bleach thing with
Yeah.
the Ryatsu.
Oh yeah.
Spiritual pressure.
Yeah.
Spiritual pressure, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we lock in with this. I need to see what dude doing because like Julian's like bleeding. Julian don't look, like
He's already come back from death, so he's like clean.
Yeah.
He's 100% right now. He just has
They
like
have-
previous blood on him.
3 gifted people fighting this dude, and they are struggling. He is
Yeah.
a threat.
yeah, on the last page, Julian's like the top of his ear is like cut off.
Oh wait a minute, no, you're
Oh,
totally
yeah, it
right.
is.
Oh my god, wait, they've been boxing.
Yeah, no, they've been
Okay,
fighting, dude.
yeah, no, we need to go back in time at the start of the next chapter and see like everything that we missed while Arcos was going crazy, because I need every detail. If this is how they're hyping this nigga up at the end of this chapter, like I need to see every moment of this battle.
Yeah, because Lucas and Lacrima are both flying back. Lucas has his shield out and his sword. Lacrima, one of her arms is like watery, so like they've been, they're defending themselves against this dude, and Julian's kind of standing up. Julian blocked this shit at first with his arm, but like,
Yeah.
dude, he ain't, it don't look like he got, his arm. He not missing an arm or nothing. His helmet don't got no dents.
Yeah,
in it,
he's
nothing.
clean.
Like, yeah, he's straight. He's just here to fuck your shit.
God, I still can't remember the name of the sword from actual history that this knight's sword reminds me of. And I feel
Thorny
like,
baby.
yeah, I feel like, wait, what?
Thorny baby.
Oh, Thorny Baby. Because it's like, I remember when his character design was kind of revealed and it showed this sword. I was like, bro, what is that one? God, now I'm gonna fucking do the same thing I did last time we talked about this and try to Google it and not find it. I guess we'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
But
Anybody who knows the famous Thorn sword, comment below.
yeah, let me know,
Thorn
because
blade.
that's driving me fucking crazy. I think it was like some kind of Middle Eastern sword or something like that. But yeah, crazy. And I love how in the very beginning of the chapter, let me go back here. I don't know if this has got to be an editor's note, right? Fire the red cannons and rejoice, the Lord of Water has returned. This editor loves Arcos.
Yeah.
Like, what a
Bro.
crazy note to have on the first page.
I wish the fucking Centuria like text wasn't over him because this pose is like crazy, yo. He's
Yeah.
just fucking T-pose, Jesus falling, whatever he's doing, yo. Like this guy, it reminds me of like Sukada's like
Yeah,
first.
it's giving
appearance,
Sukuna, bro. Like,
Got
Yeah.
that aura.
it
Yeah,
really does.
fucking,
Look, y'all, when I first picked up Centuria, I was like, okay, this is good. But 64 chapters in, Centuria is one of my favorite on this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hands down.
It just
Easily.
keeps getting better and better.
It's top 3 for sure, probably.
for conversations. I'll say that. I do personally still think it like needs a little more for me to say like it's like a top tier series for ongoings, but I think
Yeah.
our conversations for it are really good. It's got a lot to talk about.
Just off conversational power, I want to say
Yeah.
that it's top 3 on the show. As far as like
Yeah.
overall like series wise, because it's like, man, 64 chapters versus like, over 200 of Shangri-La, or like, where we're at in Ranger Reject or something like that. Like, it's tough. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, shit, even Kagurabachi is approaching 100, and Centuria is kind of like competing with Kagurabachi chapters for chapter of the week with me sometimes. So I don't know. It's doing everything it needs to do.
Let's come back to the chapter talk
Yeah,
when we
for
get to
sure.
Ranger, though, because I got something I need to say in that segment.
All right, bet.
Okay. But yeah, this is a good one. Really enjoyed Centuria this week. Hopefully there's no break next week. I don't think they're I don't think. Yeah, they didn't say anything about a break. I know we sometimes get them, but yeah, good chapter. You got anything else you want to say about this one? Weep,
No, I'm good.
Knox,
I'm also good.
Traff.
I'm good.
All right, the boys are all squeezed out. That's going to do it for Centuria, chapter 64, A Soul of Sin. Next up, we got a Dandadan, chapter 207, What Even is a Ninja? Traffy, want to take us?
Yeah, so this chapter was really cool, specifically towards the end, because you get a lot of character building and, displaying the importance of these relationships to each character. But the beginning is just a lot of action, like this fucking chameleon getting no diffed. Like he's like, oh, they can't see me. I'm perfectly hidden, and then they just get punched by
Yeah.
Vomola because Vomola can scan him, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while since I feel like we just had like a random kind of fodder character. So it almost makes me think that like, because like, yeah, at the end of the chapter, it looks like we're about to head into a battle with him or whatever. But like, he wasn't present for the last, 3 or 4 chapters of this arc. And then when we first meet him, he's just getting fucking rocked. And then, he's got like a funny personality or whatever. I feel like he's going to end up joining the crew kind of, maybe not like,
Whoa.
not the same way as
Interesting.
like, not like Vomola on the crew, but like, a Peeny Weenie or whatever. Like
Yeah.
maybe he'll just be somebody
Mantis
who shows
shrimp.
up. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, that's Peeny Weenie. He'll be somebody that just shows up in the background. Like, oh, you heard, I've been here the whole time. I'm an ultimate ninja or whatever. And he'll just like help or something. Like, I don't know.
I can
Maybe
see
not.
that. He'd have to
like,
get some writing to give him pathos and like make it feel good
Yeah.
enough for him to
Yeah.
be around the gang like that. Because
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
he's just like an annoying jobber. But there's something that I just love about like the ninja like aesthetic in general, or like the atmosphere that ninjas kind of like bring to stories in general. That like is just so cool to me. Even though these niggas got mogged in like 2 seconds and they're literally nothing burger enemies. But like just this first page of them like stanced up, like trying to find enemies, just looks so cool to me. And it's ninjas are gonna do it every time for me, bro.
The first time
for real.
off topic, I just remembered this. The first time I actually saw a ninja in media was that one Samurai Jack episode where be a ninja, and they just use black and white for the entirety for a contrast in that fight.
Yeah, no, that's a really good
Masterpiece of an
episode.
episode.
Gendy Tartakovsky did his big one with that one. Like honestly, like that
Goddamn.
was that's one of my favorite cartoon episodes from back in the day in general across any show. Like he was
Drop.
really
I
in his
watched
bag. Yeah.
Yeah. I still have to watch Primal and Unicorn
Oh,
Warriors. I
Primal's
still have to watch
so
those.
good.
I heard Primal.
I
Wait,
gotta
what
watch
is-
those.
What are they?
But-
Samurai Jack related?
It's all by the
They're-
same like
from the same creator.
animator, same animator, yeah. So
okay.
like Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, fuck. What are the other ones from back then that he
Wait.
did?
Did
Dexter's
Genji
Lab?
do Powerpuff Girls?
Yes, it's that same. It's the same.
Holy
art
shit!
style.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know that
yeah.
either.
Dude, there's like
Yeah,
a
no,
there's
that
like
makes sense
Dexter's
because
Lab.
there's
I
a
know
theory. There's a theory like online that I remember seeing however long ago that the professor from the Powerpuff Girls is Jack, but
yeah, I saw
ti-
that.
time displaced and like other shenanigans like ensued to like put him in the Samurai Jack universe or something like that. But yeah, that's
Wait, what's the name of the person you said?
Gendy Tartakovsky. I don't know.
Andy
Gendy.
Tartakovsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to find that out. I like looked up the
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls wiki. I guess it's
You can just type in like
Google
Gendy Tartakovsky and then go to like, movies and shows. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Dexter's
yeah.
Laboratory. God damn it.
Okay.
How do you fucking
Yeah.
Back to
forget that?
Dandadan.
Yeah,
Back to
Dandadan.
Dandadan.
Okay,
Back to
yeah.
Dandadan, yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
ninjas are awesome. Ninjas are awesome, like you said, Knox.
Yeah.
It always gets the job done every single time.
Yeah,
to
they're
introduce
always
something
gonna-
different in the story.
They're gonna hit.
Yeah, and it feels good to like have it because like ninjas when they exist, it's like nobody should know they exist because they operate in the shadow. So it's like cool that they like kind of appear now. Like we haven't seen anything ninja related in the series, and we're on chapter 207, and we're finally seeing ninjas, and then
Yeah.
it's just cool. It's nice.
And the overlap of like ninjas and chameleons conceptually makes a lot of sense as far as like camouflage and like not being like seen and whatnot goes, because I feel like chameleons historically in fiction have kind of been related to stealth and
yeah.
being hidden or not being seen. Like you have Melioron in Hunter x Hunter, anytime Hunter x Hunter can be brought up, I'm going to do it. So if you're tired of hearing about it, I don't care.
And it's coming back.
And it's coming back. That shit's peak
Oh,
fiction.
yeah.
But yeah, Melioron with Perfect Plan, this chameleon space ninja, obviously. And I think that there's more examples. I just can't think of them. I just wanted to talk about Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, it's a thing.
Also, tangent, since you brought up Hunter x Hunter, it's kind of funny how as soon as Togashi reveals that he's got pages coming, Gege is like, hey, I'm coming back too next week.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Yeah.
And JJK season 3 comes out in January too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trailer looked amazing. But
But yeah,
but
gone.
ninjas, they're real. And they got wiped. They got mopped up and then fucking turned into fucking kites for ninja chameleon house jutsu. Whatever the fuck this is.
Kaiju fights.
For my fellow gamers who have played Sekiro, y'all know, like, when I saw these ninjas, the first thing I thought were about the ninjas that fly on the kites and drop crap on you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just wanted to throw that in there.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that
ninjas
also
and
getting an
kites
anime now?
are like a thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's getting an
You think
anime?
Sekiro, I think, right?
Oh,
that's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did show that like a Gamescom or something, which is weird. But yeah, I mean, I
Interesting.
guess because it's a game. But yeah, yeah. So you think he's gonna like use these ninja dudes to drop these ball bombs on them or something?
I would assume
Probably.
so.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
what else are they? What else are they got these balls strapped to them for?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about this, but you know, I guess I know a little bit now. Education.
And once more, the timing of this chapter with the anime is insane because we're probably gonna get a kaiju fight next chapter by the time this podcast episode comes out. It's also the same week where Kinta and Vamola will make our first appearance with that episode since we're reaching that point in the anime. Like,
Oh hell yeah! That means Kinta's about to do something crazy in the manga next chapter. Then.
Yeah, big king shit.
yeah,
10-gallon donger, yo. Let's go.
yeah, my like Tatsu is like in his bag right now, and he probably planned this out, or at least had an idea of when the anime was coming back, because he has just been timing this
Bruh.
super well with the stuff with Gigi previously, and now here with Amola, probably again Kinta by the time the anime season ends,
What-
that stuff.
Does anyone remember what Kenta was doing before this? Where was he?
Him and Okarun had just finished fighting the alien and the
The
hater
yokai
school guy.
user.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
but like,
the hater
Could
classmate.
could they possibly be on the way here?
I think they said that they're trying to regroup. Yeah, because I mean, like,
Yeah, they'd have to use a spaceship. They'd have to use Shrimp's spaceship to get there fast. They
I
can-
mean-
Why didn't they do that in the first place?
I mean, even then, not necessarily, because Kenta's got the nano skin, and he'd be doing Gundam
yeah,
shit.
but it's a small amount though.
I mean, he could go to the house and get the whole house. He's the
Oh,
the
yeah,
nano
I keep
skin
forgetting.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
I
pretty
keep
sure he
forgetting.
could just.
That was literally
pretty
this
sure
week's
he could just-
episode.
Yeah, he can just Gundam up and just fly over there. Like, I'm just thinking now, like, what if like this conflict is wrapped up by just giant Great Kenda elbow dropping the fucking house?
I
out of
think that's
nowhere,
what we're about to see, bro. Honestly, like, Kinta's about to pull up and hit him with the Gundam Louis Vuitton leg drop real quick.
Oh no, y'all! Okarun is training, and Kinta probably is too.
Oh yeah, because they gave him that ogre club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
mean the ogre
Pause the
stick?
training. I need Kenta to fucking suplex this fucking house.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, I need him to show up like, told you guys I was the fucking greatest or some shit. Whatever he be saying, just need him to pull up and save the day. But yeah, we're in a bit of a dire situation here because Momo is about to fucking disappear from everybody's, what's the word? I don't know, but like you're not about to see her.
They're
Memories
about to
and
forget all about her. And this is like something that I don't want to say I didn't like about the chapter, because like I understand the sentiment of like wanting to your loved one or your family member to be okay, like above all else. It's like a selfless act of like sacrifice for her to be like, don't worry about the curse, save my grandma. But like, is she really in a life-threatening state? Like, is she going to die if she doesn't get immediate medical attention? Is that like what they're trying to say with this chapter? Because
Yes.
if
They
okay,
I would
Yeah.
assume so, because she had her ribs crushed. She probably has some internal bleeding with how the guy was just
and Gigi
literally
does
standing
say,
and pressuring.
Yeah. He was fucking her up, and
Lungs are
that's
probably punctured
Plus,
by this point.
yeah.
plus, like Gigi ain't like a doctor, so he, she might just have a bruised rib, but he can't like
Yeah.
You
diagnose
can't
her or
tell.
whatever.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
point I think the point
but still,
of
let's be safe.
Gigi saying like I don't know what's going on internally is probably to communicate to the reader that something very bad is happening internally that could potentially kill her. And that I guess
Mhm.
makes it make a little bit more sense for Momo to be like, fuck the curse, go help my grandma. But it kind of like
yeah,
felt like so like defeating of the entire point of this arc for her to just be like, actually, we good, save her. I don't
yeah.
care if
I can,
yeah,
I
you
can
know.
see it if
happening.
Seiko had like a cut or something like visibly, some major visible damage. But like, I guess we're just going off of the fact that Gigi fought the dude, so Gigi
Yeah.
kind of knows like what kind of damage he's capable of. Like the dude, punched me in the dick 1,000 times, so like he probably hurt Miss Seiko too.
Yeah, I don't even need to see like her hemorrhaging blood or anything like that. Just give me a line of dialogue that confirms like she's on borrowed time and needs to be saved immediately or she's going to die. And then
Yeah.
that would kind of make this feel a little bit better for me. But it's your grandma, you love her. You got like flashback panels of her
Yeah.
giggling and shit. You don't want her to die. I understand
old.
that. She old as
Plus, she was
hell.
also plus she was still already recovering from that
The bull
shit with
demon.
the iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the bold demon earlier. She it's been less than a day since that's happened. It's probably been like a day since it happened. So like definitely still not fully recovered. Like
Sure.
they ain't Saiyans. They have no senzu beans.
Yeah.
And she was out of her zone or whatever, so she ain't got like her powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, interested to see what happens and how this Momo situation goes, because like obviously they're not gonna like have everyone forget about her, but like when you create a situation like this, it's like, okay, well, you kind of gotta go through with it,
Right. And now it has me wondering, okay, so if Seiko is being driven away to a hospital, she's the one that would have done the ritual to break the curse on Momo. So now we have to wonder who's going to take her place in that regard. And is it going to be like a new character that pulls them and was like, I know how to do the ritual. I fuck with y'all. Me and Granny used to play, poker every second Tuesday of the month back in the 80s or something like that. So, I'll go ahead and heal her for you or do the ritual for you while she gets healed at the hospital or something. Or is it going to be like, I don't know, could Manjiro do it? Isn't Manjiro her little nigga now? Like, hasn't he been training with her or something like that?
He could, but like I think with how things were implied, there was somebody like overseeing like the hammer at that temple. So I'm like, there has to be somebody that like the smoke guy just ended up maybe tying up or hiding away or something like that as they try to steal the hammer and get their abilities and stuff like that. So there's got to be somebody there.
Yeah, there's somebody like shoved in a locker or a closet or something, like bound and gagged that could be like, I could do the ritual. Thanks for saving us.
Unless Seiko told Momo how to do it in case anything happens.
Oh, would she
Just
be able
to
to
be
even
safe.
do it on herself? Is that how that works?
Or
It's
tell
kinda
Mo, or tell Vamola to do it.
Bamola. Hey, Bamola ain't doing that shit, bro. She's got a goldfish brain.
Yeah, what does she call it? She's like, hello, little pixie or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Momola is. She's a
Yeah.
fucking.
All I know, at the end of the day, it would be interesting if like those other two psychic exorcists like showed up, or at least one of them showed up to like help them out at the end of the day with the ritual. If that
Oh,
was
you
the
talking
case,
about
since
the
they were
twin
ones that told them.
brothers?
I can see
those.
that.
Yeah, I would love to. I want to see them back. They were so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, and it'd be like, fucking Seiko called us and told us to pull up his backup or whatever, just in case some shit went down.
Yeah, that would serve multiple purposes pretty well,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that way, she has contingencies just in case they don't make it, or just in case she don't make it because she did get her ass kicked.
Yeah, that'd be good for a reintroduction of their characters. It's good for Seiko as far as like she knew that she, isn't like she's like, man, I just fought this bold yokai that fucked me up. I'm probably gonna have to go fight again. Let me call these niggas in case I get fucked up by some smoke yokai or something.
Yeah, because she knows the
Wait.
severity of the situation.
Yeah.
She's got to have some kind of backup or prep work for all this.
Yeah.
At least I assume so.
Especially after the battle on the plane. Like when they landed from the plane, she probably should have called. It was like, yo, somebody, beat me up at Wawa because like shit about to go down.
Yeah.
Didn't she send those two to go do something? I'm going back now to take a look, but I think she they were doing something.
Maybe, but
May-
like they could probably
may-
pull
may-
out, but also just kind of how they were introduced, like another character could just fucking come out of nowhere too. Like they came
True.
out of nowhere.
That could happen. It would be interesting if it was another character, but also like you were saying, Traffy, maybe she did something, do something. It could have been like to investigate the person, like using those knives to try and steal people's abilities and capture yokai. That's probably what she was asking them to look into, considering they've been facing these opponents now.
Yeah, I went and pulled up. It's like 179 when she's talking with them, and she's like, "I need to tidy up this business with my granddaughter first." Like while they're investigating, they're trying to figure out who sent the bull dude to find them, and they're like, "Well, that's fine. We'll keep investigating this, and we'll contact every quarter." I guess that's like every. I don't know what that means. Like every like, doesn't Japan have not quarters, but like divisions? Not what's the word? Like not providence. They have like
Prefecture.
you know yeah,
Districts?
prefectures, yeah, and districts and stuff. So like, are they referring to that? Like he says, we'll contact every quarter. So are they like reaching out to their like informants in every like city or county type shit or whatever? Like maybe there's a bunch of these guys because maybe they could get the word out and be like, yo, Seiko needs help at the fucking the whoop de wham up the street. Go holler at her.
With the amount of like psychics, exorcists, and stuff like that Seiko is called and is now training, it makes sense if there was like some sort of like just like network of these types of characters. Maybe it's not a whole bunch, but like a couple sprinkled throughout the country, because she has a lot of knowledge on a lot of different yokais, local deities, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That there would have to be a lot of people that have this type of information, because she wouldn't. Because even if she is like that person, like that strong or that knowledgeable, there's still like specific things that she couldn't be able to like learn by herself. There has to be other people,
like the guys that exercised the evil eye, the fucking musicians and shit. Like,
and they're not even exorcists.
yeah, but
But yeah,
didn't she call them? I can't remember.
the Hayashi.
I'm saying,
Oh
did she call
yeah.
them? Was them her like people? She called them up. I can't remember.
She just found a Hayashi band, and like she did, like literally the whole joke of them getting introduced was that she had no idea that they were the people that she called initially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they
Anime
might.
did that seem fantastic.
Yeah, but we'll find out soon. We'll be finding out tomorrow how this goes. Yeah.
Crackpot theory. What if
Mm.
it's Turbo Granny who saves Momo?
Dude,
Because
wait.
Turbo Granny.
Because
with that
Turbo
Alan Yokai.
Granny is no longer sealed to that tunnel, so she wouldn't be weakened if she left to the area.
Yeah, and they just
You're
made an
right.
effort. They just made an effort to show Turbo Granny and Seiko like laughing together in a flashback panel on the last page.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm with that.
And Turbo Granny also
that
like
would be great.
Turbo Granny also got kind of like a weak spot for like girls who be finding themselves in unfortunate situations and shit. So yeah, I can
Right.
see it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
That's a good
Turbo
idea.
Granny.
Yeah,
I like
and
it, yeah.
right, and also like we mentioned this a couple of episodes ago with that bonus chapter with that had like a Turbo Granny. She was also looking for a way to undo Momo's curse on her own.
That
So
is
Yeah,
the point
that's
of
right.
that, wasn't it? Oh.
So like so let's say they're unable to do the ritual for that, but Turbo Granny shows up, saves the day with another way to do it.
Yeah.
Like another way to undo the
Would.
curse. Like that would be that would just be perfect. Granted, it would suck. It does suck that it was in like a bonus chapter, so people who didn't know the bonus chapter existed would be like, "Wait, this just came straight out of nowhere." Probably.
Yeah, I'm
but at
trying
the
to
same
find
time,
it now.
but I do hope
Yeah,
that
it was like an
I would be
omake or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do hope that with the amount of effort Science Sorrow has been putting into Dandadan, that they do like take that and like at best make that a post credit scene in a future episode for like a season 4 or 5 of this series.
Oh,
Probably.
you already know that that's what they're gonna do.
They have to.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dandadan's getting completely adapted.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I could see them doing like a a brief moment of that or whatever, but like it would definitely suck to have something like that just be off screen, kind of like unfade from fucking Undead Unluck or whatever. Like, oh man, you find out this dude's power from a fucking volume extra.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I had to figure out how his power worked just based off visuals. I
Mm.
couldn't realize about the volume extra for that one. But yeah, I wouldn't be. But yeah, we'll probably get Turbo Granny showing up with another way to undo Momo's curse. Maybe it came at a cost with that yokai that she was talking to, for all we know, because things have a cost. Or maybe she beat the crap out of that yokai to get the information. For all we know, that tends to be her style.
I hope they
Sure.
kind of let it linger for a little while and not like
They do.
have like I hope that like if that's the route they're going, which is most likely the case, like it doesn't happen immediately. Like we don't end the chapter with Momo going, oh no, no one can see or hear me, and then like the next chapter, first page is Turbo Grand like, hey kid, I'm here or whatever. Like let it sit for like 2 or 3 chapters. Even I'd be cool with like even just changing the point of view. Like we go and look at Okaroon for a couple chapters, and then we like get back here and we see like Gigi and Vamola like riding in the car, and like they don't know that Momo exists anymore, but Momo's just kind of like psychic, using her psychic hands to like hold the car so she can like stay, on board or whatever.
Right,
so
right.
like nobody knows she's there. Something, and maybe like she gets there and she gets back to the crib with everybody. They're all meeting up, and fucking Turbo Granny pulls up. Turbo Granny's the only one that can see her.
Plus, like,
something.
does Turbo Granny even have combat capabilities in her Maneki Neko form? I can't even remember her.
We don't
like,
know
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
she
like-
does. She
Oh no.
I mean, she has her
No,
powers
no.
back.
Yeah, I was about to
She
say
has her
like,
powers back, so she could.
is it something where she can actually fight somebody, or is it just her knowledge and her ability to do other non-combat related spiritual stuff?
Well, she's no longer in the cat, so we don't really need to worry about that.
Oh,
Wait, what?
she's not in the cat anymore?
No,
No,
she's
she
still in
got
the cat.
released.
No,
Wait a
she's still
minute.
in the cat, but she has her
still in the
powers
cat,
back.
though. Yeah, she's still.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her leave the Maneki Neko personally. Even in like the Omake, I'm pretty sure she's still, which is the last time we saw her, right? Pretty sure she's still in the
Yeah.
cat form, yeah.
Yeah, no, she
Okay.
is. She just got her powers back from Okaroon.
Right.
I would assume that would mean she could leave the cat, though.
Maybe she
Like
just likes
that would
it
be
in
interesting. Probably.
It
That
would
and
be
also
really-
marketable mascot.
there. Sure.
Wait, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I found it. It is extra story, and yeah, she's still in the cat, and she's like praying, and she's like laying down. She's going around shopping and stuff, and she talks to this fucking like owl thing, and tell me how to turn a miniaturized human back to normal. Don't make me beat the daylights out of you, Abura. A human.
Oh yeah, that's right. If
to
she's
help-
threatening
Yeah.
violence, she can probably fight then, right?
Yeah,
Oh well, maybe
yeah,
she's just
yeah.
talking shit too. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's
she's probably
kinda
talking
like,
shit.
She's
She'll
pretty
always
pretty
threaten violence.
egotistical at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
But
but the
yeah.
fact that she's like, going that far
Yeah.
to like say, I'll beat your ass if you don't tell me. Like she's gonna be the one to pull up
Yeah.
this saber.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's coming up.
Yeah. So all right. So next week we got Great Kenta elbow dropping the fucking Chameleon House and fucking Turbo Granny saving Momo.
Doing the ritual
I-
or something similar.
I don't think Kenta's gonna show up.
It's happening.
Wow.
Because Vamola can go kaiju form too, so
And she did put the helmet back on. She said, "Hold on, we got big niggas to fight still. Let me put this
Big nigga.
yeah, let me put this Reptar costume back on real quick and get to work."
I
She looks.
I think
fucking
this is-
ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Just the head.
Yeah.
I
Plus,
think this
again,
fight's
timing.
gonna focus on Vamola.
I can see
Yeah,
that. Maybe
100%.
maybe
That'd be
Vamola gets pieced up and she's like, "Oh, Reptar wasn't enough." And then Kenta's like, "Don't worry, baby. Johnny Bravo
Oh.
is here."
Oh man, bro, the fucking Kidsa fucking kaiju fusion.
Yo.
Oh,
That would be
Great
cool.
Kidsa fuses with the kaiju. That'd be so because we saw them fight. Now let's see them work together, bro. Like
Yeah.
fucking double arm lariat and then fusion. Like oh crazy, yo.
I need
I
it.
would love to see that. Whatever he makes that fusion look like is gonna look sick as hell or stupid as fuck.
Bruh,
Yeah.
giant kaiju with fucking armor and like a samurai helmet on and shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
go crazy.
no! Give us a like an Asura bot, like 8 arms, just
Yeah.
ready to clap.
Yo.
Fucking tail shooting fire from its mouth, just all kinds of like the opponent are just gonna be like, bro, they gonna be like, this shit is not fair. What am I supposed to do against this fucking monstrosity?
Nah, for real though.
8-arm mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a chapter. I think I'm spent on this one. What about you, Traff?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Knots?
I'm good too.
Weep. Weep. Weep.
Okay.
Your
Your silence
And that's
says it
gonna
all.
do it.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it, baby. That was
Okay, yeah, I'm
Dandadan.
good. I'm good.
What the
Sorry,
hell?
Mike was being very weird for some reason.
What
Okay.
the hell? You got anything else for this one?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, that's gonna do it for Dandadan chapter 207. What even is a ninja? Now jumping into Shangri-La Frontier chapter 234. Now it can be told the wimpy yet shockingly strong Zero. And gotta say, called it, baby. Not only that,
Oh.
this was just one of probably the best chapters in my opinion. Like not action based, but like this chapter was great. It gave us what we needed. But like on what we called last week, we were talking about, the Kyogoku noticing Sanraku talking about Fugaku and was like, oh, what's the connection there? And I did go back and listen, and at one point I said maybe that was like their grandpa, and then somebody said maybe Kyogoku was Fugaku and like he didn't
That was
actually
me.
die. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it went from like what if it's the grandpa to what if Kyogoku is Fugaku, and then we kind of like kept going with that and played with that idea, but let it be known, the record shows its own tape, baby. It was stated on this podcast that, hey, what if Fugaku is like the grandpa of Kyogoku or something?
Hell
And
yeah,
like,
great
hey,
job then.
yeah,
Because
and
like
we
when
have to
I
give it
when I
thanks.
read last week's chapter and I saw Kyogoku kind of notice what Sanraku was talking about with Fugaku and the kendo shit, I was like, yo, she's gonna be. In my mind, I was like, she's gonna end up being the one who actually beat that boss or something. Like she plays that
Yeah,
game, and she's like the only one who ever beat the hidden level, genius swordsman at the end of the game or something like that. And they're gonna like connect on some kendo shit. But yeah, if you called the family relationship, then that's fire.
yeah,
What we
definitely.
didn't call was the fact that she's technically related to Saiger Zero.
Re-aided is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, but that is crazy. And like that, I mean, it brings a lot more things, kind of full circle because like we know more about like the relationship now because that means that Saiger Zero and Saiger 100 are cousins to Kyogoku. So that also explains like that look that they always give each other, like when Saiga 100 showed up and Kyogoku was there, and she kind of like winced, and Kyogoku kind of like smirked and winked at her or whatever. It's like they're cousins. That like I'm kind of shitting on your clan out here, killing them out in the field, like you know, like we meet up at the family reunions and I talk shit because I'm the boss at this shit, and she's she like one of the we haven't met the other sisters. So Saiga said Ray says she has two sisters, so one of them is Saiga 100 and the other one is like in school, like training to learn this like two sword style that the Fugaku dude was doing, but like
She's gonna be Saiger
Kyogoku,
1000.
Oh man.
please, bro,
Need that.
Saiger 1000 versus Kyogoku, the fucking battle of the fucking titans in the field
Need
of
that.
strife. Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
man. Like I'll see you at Thanksgiving, bitch.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, no. What if Kyogoku is the other sister?
No, because she said that Kyogoku is the cousin.
Yeah.
She said,
Wait,
so where is it? Where is it? Let's
Yato's
see.
right. I just kind of went back through the chapter before tonight and
Yeah.
saw it again. Yeah.
I got two older sisters, and the second one is training in Ryoguen style kendo. And then she says, and by the way, I actually have a cousin in the Ryoguen family who's my age and competes in kendo. Like she's so amazing, you wouldn't believe how good she is. And then at the end, you see her like putting the headset on, laying down, and she's got trophies in the background that say tournament champion Kyogoku Ryoguen. So that's
Ryuguin.
yeah, Ryoguen, Ryuguen
okay,
Kyogo.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
see.
the cousin is Ryogoku, and she was like surprised that Sunraku was trying to take on her great grandpa or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot that was at the end of the chapter. My bad.
It's
Yeah.
all to the
So
good.
so I wonder if her thing is like she's also trying to defeat him too. Like maybe she already did, but maybe she's trying to and can't. And like hearing Sunraku say that he's also trying to, it kind of like sparks. She's like, fuck it, let me log in tonight and go fucking fight my granddad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is just something she does. Like maybe she was really close to her grandpa, so this is a way for her to spend time with him
Ooh,
and fight him.
I
But
like that
you
more.
know, there's a good chance she hasn't beat him either.
Yeah, and
I
that's
like
why
that.
Sunraku needs to give her the Seitan skill book from Wazaimon, because it perfectly aligns with her fighting style and class in Shangri-La Frontier anyway.
Bruh. The
Yeah,
writing is there.
Yeah.
This story.
this story.
It's so
Because
good,
like right
man.
now, Kyogoku, she's a part of the clan, but we haven't had much time to focus on her, and this is just like setting it all up. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing her trophies and all that stuff. And like we know, what the weight of the weight of like family and she's like competing in these tournaments, and so she's trying to like live up to her family name because her grandpa was like the greatest. Like in the beginning, what did they say? Like bro, it says something about the Ryuguin dojo floor collapses from weight of trophies. Like the fucking floor caved in.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
bruh, the motherfucker was that beast, like that godly, that he has so many trophies that the fucking ground couldn't keep that shit fucking
That's
up. Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Ooh.
So she's got some big shoes to fill, and she's just a beast. She's got multiple trophies herself. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
Sunraku beats Fugaku and she couldn't even do that, we're gonna see new levels of Sunraku glaze from a
Yeah.
character. Like they're gonna be best friends. I don't know if like love interest is possible, which would get really sticky with
Ooh, yeah.
with Rei involved and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see Kyokuku kind of having this very dominating competitive PvP essence and pressure and spirit in the story so far, just suddenly being almost kind of 180ing into like this love struck schoolgirl for Sunraku would be a very interesting direction for her character to go. I don't know if I necessarily
Nah.
like it while thinking
I
about it
think-
now that I've said it, but
I think.
I think I think it would be her personality would be everything you just explained and stay that way. So she's competitive, like Sunraku is mine, Ray, back off.
yeah, exactly.
That, or like I could see her kind of becoming like Evil Eye is with Okarun. Like if he beat her grandpa and she couldn't, she would then challenge him to a duel like every chance that she gets. Probably.
Yeah.
Like Sunraku, you gotta beat, you gotta face me, and like he doesn't want to duel her or whatever because like there's more pressing things going on, and Sunraku probably doesn't want to duel in this game for some reason because we haven't seen him like
Yeah.
PvP.
Yeah, we haven't gotten like a 1v1 moment really like that, have we?
We're about
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because he's
Some
got
PvP action.
Yeah, but no, this chapter was great. Like the fucking the Ray reveal, the way
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it like been waiting on this for so long. So happy that it finally happened, and like happy that it wasn't weird. And
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
I was not expecting it at all. Like you texted and you were like, read the chapter now. And so I opened it up. I started reading through it and I was like, what's so crazy? And
Same.
even when she said it, my brain skipped over it until the reaction from Sunraku. And I was like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
Son, Raku.
Yeah, we were kind of we were kind of blindsided by it, weren't we? There wasn't like that much narrative build up to something that is a reveal 234 chapters in the making effectively. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of like bumped into each other outside and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm Saiger Zero." And like we're kind of blindsided by it in the text of the story the same way that Sunraku is kind of blindsided by it on the street at the same time. So like we're kind of overlapping with Sunraku in regard to the reveal in that way, which is a cool way to handle it, I think.
It kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of the Bernthald and Reiner reveal in Attack on
Oh, yeah.
Titan,
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, he
where
was like,
it just happens.
yeah, it is off screen. Like the two characters are like in the background. Like we're looking at like that. That one was so funny because like the camera was focused on like Armin and Mikasa and fucking Aaron and fucking dudes are just in the background like blurry. And he's like, "Yeah, by the way, I'm the Armor Titan." It's like, wait, what the fuck? He's just dropping fucking
Yeah.
truth bombs on us from off screen. Like what's happening? Like that shit was crazy. But this, I mean, Ray just kind of slips. He's like, "Yeah, you already met my other sister, Sunraku." He's like, "What?" What did you? It's like somebody calling your fucking your Twitter handle out in public. It's like, nigga, what are you
This
doing?
is literally the definition of you need to touch grass.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, no, this is great, and just wondering how it was gonna happen for so long, and then it just, I think this was a great way to have it happen, and then Sunraku's response to that shit was just hilarious.
You saw you.
Yeah, because it's like, because like girls in video games is like, bro, like you want girls to think you're cool and shit. So it's like, I mean, maybe not so much Sunraku, but I mean, clearly it had a sort of effect on him because he's like fucking flipping out that somebody knows that he's Sunraku. So, but cute girl knows my secret identity or whatever. It fucking shook him up, and then he's realizing it's if Saiga was Ray from the game, Ray is Saiga, Saiga is Saiger. What?
Yeah.
Putting the pieces together, like, how did he not fucking know this? He's fucking foaming at the mouth.
Fell to his
eyes
knees
rolling.
in an existential crisis.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I've been like walking past this girl, and like every time he sees her, like whenever she's tried to like, come up to him and fucking say like who she was a couple times, and he's always just like, yeah, so like when I get back home, I gotta make sure I fucking grab all the loot and fucking call fucking Rust. And, like she'll be trying to talk to him, and he'll just be in his own world. And now it's like, oh shit, bro, I've been kind of like blowing her off and like all this shit, but I'm like playing with her every night and don't even realize it. So
yeah,
like,
I wonder how this information will affect in-game stuff when they team up now. You know what I mean? Because like there is a little bit of romantic tension between them, even if it's not like explicit. Like I don't know, I feel like I'd be feeling like, especially on Ray's side, obviously, but like on the Sunraku side of things, like when they're interacting outside of the game, sure, like 90% of the time he be in his own world, but there are like little kind of embers of attraction there. I want to say that I've noticed throughout the story. I could be wrong. Maybe I'd have to go back through and double check on that. But like Hizutome definitely feels like the kind of person that will kind of get in his head in a distracting way if there's a girl that he likes in close proximity to him. Like he seems like awkward and like shy, like in that kind of way, like as a character. So I don't know if that will then, turn into something that gets some kind of spotlight narratively in the story, like once they start playing the game together in Shangri-La Frontier after this reveal. Like will that affect his reaction time for things or something like that? Will he take damage that he didn't need to, that he normally wouldn't, because Ray is there suddenly and he like remembers like, oh shit, this is Ray, like this is the girl I know. Like I don't know if we're ever going to get anything like that, but it's interesting to think about.
Yeah,
I'm more curious as to like how his identity being known will affect him, because even like when he went to the tournament, he wore a mask the entire time, so Pencilgon didn't know who he was. So it's like not just the relationship like with Hizutome, but what?
Yeah, Rakuro
My brain
Hizutome.
just yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But wait a
it's
minute though.
also,
Oh,
like,
sorry. Complete your thought. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's also like someone knows who he is in real life, and I feel like that's going to have an effect on him too.
But also, I don't know if it's unbeknownst to Sunraku or not, but I feel like Pencilgon definitely knows who this nigga is, bro. Like,
No,
does she really not?
they put a big
yeah.
focus
No, I
on
think
him wearing. He wore the mask because of Pencilgon, and being live streamed. But
Yeah,
I thought that was more for the people than it was for everyone
no, because he
else.
kept it on when they were in the rooms too.
Oh, true. But I remember, like, dude, they've been playing video games together for years, like across different games. And
I think that
Pencilgon
still
is
is just
like
their
a
first meetup though.
yeah, but like Pencilgon seems to me like someone who just like gets whatever information she needs whenever she feels like she needs it, regardless of like anything. And I feel like that might translate directly to her character in the real world too. So I feel like if she wanted to know who Sunraku was, she could find that out somehow and just know that. But I mean, I guess I just don't remember like the writing well enough to know if she knows him or not.
It's very possible.
She probably could have figured it out like on her own, because remember Sunraku had her like do a video for his sister.
Yeah, wait a minute.
It's also like so like I'm pretty sure that Pencilgon and Saiga 100 know each other like in real life, and Pencilgon probably also knows that like that the relationship that Sunraku doesn't know about with him and Ray is probably known to other people. Like Saiga 100 and Pencilgon probably know that Saiga, Saiga 0 is Ray, and she likes Sunraku, and they're in like a class together. So she probably knows either like through her own way, or maybe like she was over at the fucking Saiga family fucking crib one day and she showed him a fucking yearbook picture or something. There's ways that she could know what Sunraku looks like without him, coming out and be like, hey, this is me.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying.
She's a
like,
model.
I can see a future point in the storytelling where, if we're going by off of what Traffy is saying about how, Sunraku didn't want anyone to know who he was outside of the game, and then eventually reveals that information to Wolfgang to some capacity, maybe Katsuo and Pencilgon. I could see Pencilgon being like, I already knew who you were, bro. I've been known who you were. And have like Sunraku like, what, bro? Like I could definitely see that. Like you knew who I was the whole time.
Here's what would make it better. If everybody learns who he is in real life, except for Katsuo.
Well, no, because Katsuo had those chairs shipped to his house, so like
That's
he
right.
at least has his
Katsuo
address.
Katsuo knows who he is. He wasn't hiding his face from him.
Yeah.
Really?
And I want to say if Katsuo knows who Sunraku is, Pencilgon does too.
Well,
man, that
so
would've been
I'm pretty
hilarious.
sure Katsuo and him were IRL friends, whereas Pencilgon he's only met online besides the tournament.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. I mean,
I think that
I
sounds
don't
right.
think they've
Well-
met. Maybe you might be right.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. That was the first time he met her in person. But like they've been playing games together for a long time, so they know each other from multiple games. But like Katsuo sent him the fucking gamer chairs to his house. Like they were delivered to his crib. So like, maybe he didn't see him in person, but like he's got his address, so he could easily just, it's not hard if you know somebody's address. It's not hard to find out what they look like.
Right.
yeah.
Like you could just post up, like it's stalkery, but he could just chill outside in a car across the street and just wait for kid to come home.
That came out very wrong.
Yo, check this nigga's hard drive. No, I'm kidding.
Oh hell no. Yeah, but nah, Sunraku's identity is definitely an interesting topic, and I wonder now, would he kind of like become more like of a recluse? Like is he gonna like fall back into himself more, or is he gonna be okay with it? And then the whole like relationship with him and Saiga in the game now, like is it gonna be awkward? Is he gonna be thinking like you said, when she gets hit, is he gonna be like no, or like is she gonna, is it gonna be, are they gonna be stronger together? I can definitely see like when they first log into the game and it's like awkward and she like waves at him and he waves back and then she's like, oh my god, he finally knows who I am and we can play together without this weird fucking thing in between us. And he's like, man, this is crazy. I didn't know that I've been playing with her this whole time.
Yeah, like I could see that choking him up like in game, but then also I can't help but remember when they teamed up to fight the Lycagon Shadow and the way that Ray was kind of dominating that battlefield. There was a whole spotlight on Sunraku's mental state and how he felt like shackled to certain anxieties in the game that were holding him back. And then there was this like beautiful visual storytelling with metaphors of him chained up, and then those chains broke when he saw Saiga 0 in crunch time under pressure just doing what she had to do, and he was like, thank you Saiga 0 for making me remember who the fuck I am or some shit, and then the chains broke and then he like locked in. So like shit like that be happening when they team up. So like I can see them being stronger in that way because of what's already kind of like happened with them together in game in previous raids or fights or whatever, but then also at the same time for shonen romance comedy reasons, I can see him being like, the girl I like is fighting next to me. Yeah, so it's like
I can see kind of the roles reversing, because I feel like Sunraku's kind of been more locked in and Saiga's been the one who always gets distracted mid-fight.
Yeah.
So now it's like, now that Saiga 0, she has like the weight off her shoulders. Like she's finally like admitted to the person she likes that who she is. She probably will be able to fight, more clear-minded, and he would then be the one, getting choked up, and that'd be funny.
yeah.
Funny to see.
Yeah, a lot of different ways this could go, but either way,
Yeah.
brilliant chapter, amazing for so many reasons. Shangri-La Frontier keeps getting better and better and better the longer it goes on, and I think the
Yeah.
webcomic has like, or the light novel or whatever has like 900 chapters. I think I heard Gato say one time. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
like,
well over 900.
man, like bro, like we still have so much of this story left, and the quality just keeps increasing with every arc, every chapter, and I just can't
Yep.
wait to see where this shit goes from here. Especially now that we have the Kyogoku and the Fugaku stuff going on, like, and we got the dragon plot going, building
Mhm.
up in the background, and like so
Yeah.
many things are kind of coming together in the story to generate insane levels of hype.
You know what would be
It makes me
crazy?
want to go read the light novel, even though I
Bro,
know I
I've
can't.
I've pulled up the light novel like 10 times since I started reading this series and got like 4 pages into the first chapter. Like, no, snap out of it. You don't need this. You don't have to do this.
Yep. The more I think about how much longer Shangri-La Frontier has to adapt in a weekly manga, especially, which is already a rarity for like web novel or light novel manga adaptations. The fact that is eventually it's gonna overtake Hajime no Ippo at some point, probably.
Whoa, nigga, what? In chapter length?
No, and like no, like in publication, like Ippo might end before Shangri-La Frontier with what we have so far.
Oh, I
Because
see what you're saying.
yeah, from what I hear from web novel readers, it's not even close to the end from where things are. So I'm like, yeah, there's a good chance that Ippo might end before Shangri-La Frontier even reaches its true halfway point.
That's
One
crazy
thing
to
about like
think
web
about.
novels is like I think web novel chapters can be like any length. So like it's very
Yeah.
possible that like a chap like chapter 200 of the Shangri-La Frontier web novel might be like a paragraph. Like that might just be all they do for that chapter or whatever. And it's like it's hard to tell the speed that we're catching up. So like one chapter might actually cover like 7.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
From what
it's
I heard, I think I saw this on the Reddit at one point. When the Cernit fight ended, I think
What?
in the web
Oh,
novel,
oh, oh, Katana. The
yeah,
way you
yeah,
pronounce that should
Katarnit.
be
I,
throwing me
I
the
can't pronounce
fuck
it though. I
off.
can't
You be
pronounce it
saying
though. I
like
don't know.
Cernid, and I'm like, nigga.
there's
Anyway.
a place in like actual like Qatar or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Katarnit or whatever. Okay, I need to get used to saying it, but like
It's okay.
I remember when that fight ended. Apparently, that was around like chapter 200, to like early 200s of
Yeah.
the web novel. So like we're so like yeah, like depending on the length of each chapter of the web novel, we're still in the early stages of the web novel. Like we're still roughly within the same. We could still be roughly around the same amount of like chapters per manga to web novel, around close in number. So like we still that still means that we got like in terms of manga like another 500 chapters or so to go before we're at the point where the web novel is right now.
It's very interesting because like it's not like a case where it's like the One Punch Man thing. Like the web novel, I'm pretty sure is all text. There's no like pictures.
Yeah,
So
it's
this
all it's
isn't.
all text.
Yeah, this isn't like a Murata redrawing one's art.
Oh
This
Jesus
is
Christ! Don't remind me of the 2 years of redraws for One Punch Man. Holy crap!
yeah, but this is just straight turning text
Yeah,
into art. So this is cool. We getting
and,
everything.
yeah, and already again another impressive rarity for it to be a weekly serialization. Because from what I've seen, a lot of other light novels do monthly instead. Like Certain Magical Index is currently adapting the stuff from season 3 in the manga right now. Slime is just past where season 3 in the anime is. ReZero, I think, is just starting season three's content in their manga, from what I can tell. So like, with how Shangri-La Frontier is doing it really well right now, with being able to be a weekly manga adapting a web novel, which is already insane to do with consistent artwork too.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really understand why that's so crazy when there's so much light novel content to adapt that they can literally just go at whatever pace they want without having to worry about catching up to it or anything like that. So I don't know,
Yeah,
like
I think
how.
that's why they do it monthly, so they don't rush, so they don't like catch up too quickly. Then again, the stuff they're already adapting is either finished or very far ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I feel like it's easy to do week to week for this manga
Yeah,
adaptation
especially
for a light novel that has
I think
approaching 1,000 chapters in light
I
novel
think
form.
that's I think that's probably why Shangri-La Frontier ended up being like picked up as a weekly series, with the fact that the artists can do it on a weekly basis too. They have a lot of material to the point where I don't know if it's like consistently updated. I think it is. The web novel's consistently updated, there's no real pressure to that they'll eventually catch up. So like
Right.
it works.
Yeah.
I just looked and it says that Shangri-La Frontier web novel started in 2017. Currently 936 chapters plus 76 extra chapters. It's ongoing, and the translations are only caught up to chapter 445. So like
Oh.
the web novel isn't
Jesus.
even fully translated. It's
Yo.
halfway done.
Jesus Christ! Whoever's reading it in the subreddit that like knows what's happening must speak fluent Japanese or something like that.
and
'Cause
Isn't it Korean?
it's Korean.
Never mind, because I remember when I pulled up the light novel, it was like Kusoge Hunter was in like
Yeah.
the title, so I think it is Japanese.
And it's also, it says release frequency is every 7.9 days. So they're making, Shangri-La Frontier chapters like every
Dang!
week.
Wow,
me-
that is
let me-
so crazy.
Let me try.
As a weird thing that I noticed, does anyone else think that the game shop owner or the chick that works there kind of looks like Josette?
Just said.
Who?
From what?
Just at the guild
The
from that.
Defender, the Holy Defenders.
Oh.
Maybe actually.
Actually, yeah, I was flipping
Uh,
through just now, and I did think that was her for a second because I was like zoning out and listening to Weep Talk, and I kind of thought that too.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yep,
go
yep,
ahead
yep.
and oppose that theory for Knox versus Traffy
I
reasons.
feel-
But yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like it don't fit her. I feel like it doesn't fit her personality, just based because like when we see her.
Well, I
in
mean,
the
she's
real
role
world-
playing though.
That's true.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Just in the real world, she's just a silly goober. She never like says anything kind of role play or she.
I mean, she
feel
plays
like-
matchmaker.
I feel like people
Based
that
off
do
of
like
Otome games.
I don't know. I feel like people who role play like be like really about that shit, and you would see it like more in their character.
I agree with
And
that.
she's
There
not-
would be hints, whether
Yeah,
they're
like-
explicit or
Yeah.
subtle. Yeah, you'd be able to see it. There'd be breadcrumbs.
like she would say something like, "Gee, Sunraku, your oblivious stat is at like 30 or so, something stupid, something." But she didn't say anything at all. She's just been playing matchmaker and laughing at Sunraku. But I do wonder if she's gonna end up being in the game if that's not her or whatever.
Yeah.
People who have read the novel do not spoil us in the comments, by the way.
Right. I'll find out how to ban niggas in the comment section if y'all spoil this shit for me.
Yeah, no. But yeah, Sunraku and Shangri-La Frontier and the gang are gonna be here for a long time, and I'm here for it. Anyway, you guys got anything else for this weeb?
No, I'm spent.
Traffy?
Nah, I'm good.
Knox?
I'm Gucci.
All right, the squad is fully squeezed out. That was Shangri-La Frontier 232. Now it can be told the wimpy yet shockingly strong 0. Now jumping into Gachiakuta, chapter 147, Weakness. Weeb, start us off.
So, for one, we actually get to see what Gotis actually looks like in this chapter.
Yeah,
And I just
full
love
design
how.
reveal.
Mm-hmm. And I do like how he's literally just saying F you to Mimo, saying, "You took everything from me, I got nothing left to lose. I ain't doing you any more favors with your bullcrap, and you're basically losing ground right now, so screw you, I ain't doing jack shit for you."
Yeah.
And then Mimo goes to just be like, "What about to Lily?" And I'm like, "Oh, you fucking son of a bitch, don't you dare."
Yeah, and I was so mad because like while Gauntis was like kind of cooking him and was like, "Bro, you've exhausted all your resources. You have nothing to threaten me with anymore. I have nothing to lose." Like Mimo kept getting these drawings where he didn't look worried. And I was just like, what else does he have, man? Like, I'm ready for this nigga to be drawn with squiggly lines and tears in his eyes, like falling to his knees like you beat me, but Kairana just won't give us that. And then he's like, "To Lily." And I'm like, you fucking bastard. Stop
And she's
having
the
trump
cover
cards.
too.
Huh?
She's also
Yo,
the
what?
new volume cover too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
looking
It was
good.
fire.
Yeah.
Why was I
Yeah.
over here about to cry this chapter?
I don't know,
Like,
because
the
it's
fact
soft.
that
No, I'm
his-
kidding.
No, the fact that this dude's his garbage basically is a letter, his last letter from his wife.
Yeah,
Oh,
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
yeah.
That was,
And then
that was
he
that
immediately
definitely.
gets kicked in the chin.
Yeah, and that's like
Mm.
a really that's what I love about this kind of this concept in Gachiakuta of, you know, people's closest belongings being like the base of their abilities in this story. Like I've talked about it before. I don't know if on the show or not, but I've been talking about how like that concept. Are you guys familiar with a philosophical idea called panpsychism?
No.
I think I
No.
saw somebody mention it last week actually with this chapter actually,
Oh,
but I
really?
don't remember what it is. Yeah,
Oh,
what is it?
so it's basically the idea that everything has at least a little bit of consciousness, even inanimate objects. So like,
Okay.
yeah, and then, you know, especially with the anime kind of like starting and them, you know, giving us those like recto scenes where, you know, he's talking about how there's like a living thing in everything, even garbage or whatever, all of that stuff. Like in the beginning of Gachiakuta had me thinking about it again. But if that is kind of the inspiration for vital instruments or Jinky in this series, then it hits so much harder for a scene like this to be like, this is the last letter from my wife. Like if panpsychism is the idea here, then he could be seeing like actual, like living, you know, uh, like this is my wife basically, or like what, like the closest thing I can get to my wife is this letter that has been turned into a vital instrument. And if it's a panpsychist approach, then it's like, yo, a little bit of my wife's like soul or whatever is fueling my ability. And for it to just get crushed by Rio, it's just like, man, you're really taking, you know, someone's everything from them when you defeat them or destroy their
Yeah.
Jinky or their vital instrument or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, like, bro's wife was still alive to him through his vital instrument, and then it just
Yeah.
gets shattered by Rio, and she's just like, I don't really care, knees him in the face, like, shut up, you're annoying. And it's like, god damn, you're
Yeah.
ruthless, bro. It's like a whole new layer of, you know, just how ruthless a character has to be to see someone on their knees, like missing their wife, and just like knock them the fuck out and call them annoying while they're crying.
I do feel like she kind of appeared to be sympathetic in this.
Yeah,
Like
for a
when he's
moment.
on his knees,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like once he got up and started howling this shit, she kicked him as like you kind of annoyed. But like I feel like if he would have just stayed there, she wouldn't have done anything, and she would have like kind of probably felt sad for her because she looks like damn, like this nigga really going through it. Like I really, you know, it's gotta you gotta feel that like knowing that you cut through the soul of this man's dead wife, like the last thing that represented her, like it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's gotta weigh on you a little bit at least.
And if in this scene,
And
you
then
know, on page 6, where Rio is kind of like looking at him with this, you know, sympathetic facial expression or whatever, and then like a little bit later, she just kicks him and tells him to shut up, basically, like that has a lot to say about, you know, the kind of resolve you need to be in this position as a cleaner, you know, versus other people with like vital instruments. And I know that she comes from like an assassination background and whatnot too. Like she still has a heart, and she still is, you know, a human being that can feel empathy and sympathy for things. But then at any moment, she has to kind of put that mask back on and put that cleaner persona back on so that she can get her job done, you know, specifically for, you know, the goals that she has for herself and whatnot and for her team. So it's like, it's just really cool to get a lot of this through subtext. Kairon is doing a really good job with this.
yeah. Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
go ahead, Weep.
No, just saying, but yeah, I was just saying, but yeah, everything that we saw this chapter just makes me think of multiple things. One, I still want to see more of Rio's background. Uh, we probably would have felt a lot more sympathetic for the guy losing the letter if he didn't start simping for Mimo the instant Rio he's like, it was destroyed. I will still use this whatever I have left to just protect my king or whatever. But like again, this chapter just keeps reminding you just how like evil and manipulative Mimo is to get what he wants. Like he's practically, it feels like he's done of almost everything this arc. Even when he's on the back foot, he just has not lost a single step in his confidence. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting Mimo to be this like, I don't know, interesting or like fully competent in this arc, especially since we have like the stuff going on with like Zodal, him being built up to be overarching antagonist. But like, I just don't. I did not expect the arc to go the way that it's been doing right now, and now with Two Lily being a target right now, and for all we know, she's still in the doll festival at this point. Uh, Godis has to listen to Mimo again, and I don't know what this favor he's gonna want from Godis is.
It
So I'm kind of
almost
on edge.
it almost feels like to me like this whole like everything that's been happening has been good, but it almost feels like it's like too soon. Like I kind of feel like I fell asleep in the middle of a movie and like I'm at the end and I'm like, wait, what? How like Mamo is like this good of a villain, and like this Gounces guy has like this deep hatred for him and have been has been being manipulated by him for so long, and it's like I feel like I'm just missing stuff. And it's not like, yeah, it's on purpose, obviously, but I don't know. It just still feels like I should know more
More
about these
about
characters or something.
Mimo
Because
and Gauntus, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of Amo because it didn't really give us more information about her until, after they fought her.
Yeah, it definitely
it's,
feels like we're going to
True.
get more writing dedicated to backstory or just like lore and history between these two characters, either throughout the rest of this arc or maybe after the defeat of Mimo, we'll get some retroactive storytelling to kind of like fill in those gaps. But I
yeah,
do
'cause,
agree.
like,
I do agree that I think it's kind of necessary, yeah, for us to get more
yeah.
writing for this history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in Mamo, because like he went from just like you see him, you see him on a radio or on the TV or whatever once every like 40 chapters, and then boom, he's the big bad. But I mean, the arc, even like if they beat him in the next couple chapters, there's still more to see at the Doll Festival. You talked about it before, where like Zonka's brother's still here, the girl that was in Zonka's class is still here. Like there's still other characters that have to show up and do stuff. So like this whole conflict with Mimo is like the fucking opening act.
Yeah,
To
exactly. I think that's what we were
Yeah.
talking about in previous reviews too. It's like this can't be the whole doll festival. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like especially when we know that Tamsi is kind of planning something in the background and that's going to come
Yeah.
into play eventually. Even if that is the other thing that's going on, I still don't think that Mimo and Tamsi is all that's going to happen in this arc either. Like I feel like there just has to be something else brewing in the background that we're just not really thinking about or is not supposed to be known yet, but I feel like there's a greater conflict brewing outside of this,
We got
and this is like an opening act, like you said.
Yeah, we still got two things that will come to head at the end of this arc. I think one, we still have the inevitable real confrontation between the Hell's Guard and the Cleaners because of them having Rudo in his possession. So that whole conflict still has to like come together. So that could end up really starting once this arc concludes with like Mimo's defeat or retreat.
Oh, were the
But
Hellguard looking for
also,
Rudo specifically too? Because I'm
but
pretty sure their
I,
goals
I
are
think it's
over.
because he's from the sphere.
I think their goals
but
are overlapping here, though. I think that the
yeah,
Hellguard are
They
there
are, but like
to get Mimo too.
yeah, but like I'm saying, once this is all done with Mimo, they have another one of the things that they're looking for, so they can get information on the surface and all that stuff or whatever
Oh,
from
okay.
Rudo.
I guess I forgot
So
about
like
that.
that's also something the
Yeah,
Hellguard's been looking
yeah.
into.
Okay.
But like
Zonka
another
did
thing,
tell Rudo earlier in the arc to put his mask on so they wouldn't recognize him.
Oh, sure.
yeah,
But I feel like that's more of a future plot, and maybe like
yeah, it's a future plot,
like
but I feel like with them being in the same spot. Sorry, I cut you off on that one, Knox.
oh,
I'm
you good.
sorry about that one.
Uh,
That wasn't me. That was Yato.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
I'm my hearing's shit now.
Not
It's
all
great.
black people look that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but no, like I mean, I could definitely see it being a case where like it comes down to a situation where maybe Rudo, saves was it Gaku? I think his name was Zonka's brother, and then he's like, okay, I'll let you go for the day, but like you're fucking a wanted man or something. I don't know. I don't really see them button heads in this arc, but like they are here, and like I do see Zonka's like former classmate or whatever. I do see her being some antagonistic force in this arc.
Oh, right, I forgot
Because I'm
about
trying
that.
to think
But
about it
like,
too. Like, have the Hellguard specifically said Rudo's name, or are they just looking for information about the surface and they'll find out that
They
Rudo
want
is a spherite and then will choose to kind of target him after the fact? Because it's like if they don't already have Rudo on their radar, then I can see them, like Yato said, like they come together. Both sides are trying to defeat Mimo. Rudo succeeds in that, maybe with the help of the Hellguard eventually, who knows? And then afterwards, it's like, wait a minute, you're from the surface? All right, we're going to spin the block on you later. You helped us out this time, and we kind of had, overlapping goals, and we're on the same team this time, but don't forget about us. We'll be back type shit.
I could
I
see
think
I
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go, yeah, no.
I
You
was
go.
just I was just gonna say I can see a case. Yeah, no, you. It's just fucking a gentleman's duel, yo. You smell great today, man.
You smell even better. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a great day.
Great weather
yeah,
we're having.
for sure. Yeah, but I can see a case where it's like Rudo wants to know more. From like I can see a situation happening where like they all do kind of butt heads or whatever, and they all come together, and Mimo is defeated, but the Hellguard takes him. But Rudo wants information from him for some reason, and Rudo agrees to go with them. So like, if I give you information about the surface, you let me talk to him and find out what he knows about like my father or whatever. I can see something like that happening.
Yeah.
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 Though I do think that because like I do remember that Zanka's sister went to Korra specifically because they heard they had someone from the sphere in their custody, and I think Mimo basically just outed Rudo in the middle of that crowd that he was from the sphere. I think when he first made his appearance and just started like talking about everybody's backgrounds.
Hmm.
I think he outed Rudo in that instance, basically.
Maybe, but like their
I
mission
think so.
here is to get
I may be wrong.
Mimo's bitch ass.
Yeah, but also one other thing I wanted to bring up that is something that I feel like that surprisingly this chapter didn't have that I think was in every other chapter since Mimo's reveal was that seemingly starting with a brief flashback and the image of a clock. Like that we didn't have that at the start of this chapter. So I feel like that has to play some kind of role in the inevitable Gotis Mimo like flashback that we'll probably end up getting in this arc.
No, think about it. You said like noticing things that weren't in this chapter. We didn't see Amo either, and we know that he was kind of looking at Amo for his future plans. So maybe his plans involve getting Gauntis to Lily and Amo and having them do something together. Like maybe getting kidnapping Amo and forcing her to use her fucking boots on Gauntis, and I don't know something. I can see some weird sandwich made together with all them characters under his fucking thumb. I don't know.
The third
Yeah.
thing to worry about is Tamsi and his need to kill someone close to Rudo.
Sure.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I feel like that's kind of slept under this arc that,
Hmm.
people are starting to forget about it. And I feel like it's going to pop back up at the end of this arc.
Yeah. There's a
I still
lot of
think it's going to be Engine.
There's a lot of plot through. If Engine dies, that would go crazy.
Yeah.
There's a
Dude,
lot of
engine
possible
death
things
would be
happening.
nuts, bro.
We
Yeah.
still
I
gotta get his
would
backstory before
be
that.
yeah,
There's
I'd
a
be
lot of things.
upset.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in this arc, and there's a lot of ways that it can go and end or whatever. And it's just I don't know, like you don't realize it, but like we're suddenly in a 30 plus chapter arc out of nowhere. Like, oh shit, I thought they were just going to whoopty boop there, and I was wanting a long arc, and here we go. We got long arc, multiple antagonists that didn't fucking come together. Like it's different when it's a long arc and like you're facing off against a bunch of antagonists that like came together. Like we're stopping you from doing thing, but like if they beat Mimo and his cronies, and then like there's another antagonist in the same place, and they weren't like teamed up with Mimo, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
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 Like, oh, the
Also,
chaos of them fighting this Mimo character allows us to kind of move a little bit easier in the background
yeah,
here.
yeah, I like that. Um, I couldn't have been the only one fucking seeing Gauntis and thinking of fucking Nagato or whatever from fucking Naruto. Pain.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
the
now,
same
now that you
thing.
mention it, yeah.
I thought about fucking Kokichi Muta, fucking Mekamaru
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen 2 right away.
Yeah,
There's
niggas
another
are
character
leeches.
that's like, God, a better example that's evading me right now.
So when Mamo says, "Do you like high places?" I'm guessing he put this nigga in like a fucking cell tower or something, yeah. And he locked him up in that bitch
Yeah.
to use his powers or something, like because I mean you can't really tell where he is, but I assume he's someplace high and hard to reach, and someplace that allows him to have a wide range on his collars or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
dubious.
And what, man, like we was saying, like, what is it that Mimo wants from Gauntis at this point, too? Because for all we know, like, this nigga just makes chokers. So, like, what else could he do? I guess it would have to be choker related, but I don't know. Hasn't he, like, removed the chokers from everybody relevant at this point? So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, The idea about control through the chokers seems to have been countered. So what else can
I think,
Countess really do?
I think the next plan is to use Ambo's boots somehow because he was looking at her a couple chapters ago.
Oh shit, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he was talking about like future plans or whatever. I'm trying to flip and find it now, but when he was talking about her, he was kind of looking at her.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
Hmm.
You know what's something I saw I'm thinking about, right? Galta specifically is being threatened by Mimo because he's basically saying that Mimo can't give him an order. Was it stated that Mimo's orders are like temporary per person? Like there's a limit per person? I'm trying to look through the chapter right now to see if that was ever mentioned.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
remember. I'm just
it
wondering
could
like
just be
what the
like the
history.
distance.
One more time.
No, I'm saying it could just be the distance between them, which is why Mimo can't give him an order to do what he wants. But then again, why would he have to keep threatening him and stuff like that if that's also the case too? He might have
Oh yeah,
gone
no,
to
because
Gal.
Mimo was talking about how like I've given you too many orders and it's probably like losing like its effect. Like there's like diminishing returns after a while
Yeah.
if
Okay,
you
so
keep
okay, yeah,
giving
that's what I was thinking.
if you keep giving orders to orders over and over again to the same target, it probably loses potency or efficacy to some degree, which is a
Yep.
cool caveat to add to this power because it's really broken already. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I wonder like that's how I know that we're about to get like a lot of backstory writing for like these three characters specifically, to Lily, Gauntis, and Mimo. Like we're going to get probably multiple chapters dedicated to their relationship and their history to kind of really bring this home narratively as far as like why these interpersonal relationships kind of matter in this arc. Because it's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Yato was saying, like it feels like we just don't know enough about anybody involved, but there seems to be, a lot of emotional stake
Baggage.
across. Yeah, like yeah, a lot of things at stake emotionally for all three of these characters.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that.
The first person that he ever gave a collar to. So like
Yeah.
he was really on that shit. He was hitting her up late night. Like when after the minutes, after 9 o'clock when the minutes are free, hitting her up with them
Yeah.
slick texts.
And I'm thinking about like, how different Mimo looks now versus, in this flashback drawing of him and to Lily. Like they both look really young, obviously.
You mean Gounces?
What did I say?
You said Mima.
Oh yeah.
That's really-
Gauntis looks
Other
like
kids.
yeah, Gauntis as a child looks so much different than he does now, and it made me think like, oh, is this Gauntis nigga just like really old? But then I'm looking at Lily, and like her current design doesn't imply a whole lot of age like Gauntis does. So I'm assuming it's just like stress because this nigga's hair is white now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, this motherfucker, this
Got like a million fucking IV bags.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just been
For blood, I don't know. It's red. It looks dark, so maybe not IVs, but like
yeah, like they've been fucking this nigga up torture wise, and just a lot of the
I
stress.
mean, I do need
given
his
to him.
blood for the chokers.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that's just
Oh,
like
okay,
that. I
yeah.
forgot about that. So yeah, that's just like aging him, probably.
Mhm.
Because they don't look like they're too. Like I feel like you can tell that Gauntis is a little bit older than Lily by this drawing or whatever when they're younger. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
this
I can see it being
motherfucker
like
looks
a-
like 75 right now in this chapter.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I can see it being like a 14 and 12 type of deal
yeah,
or something like that. Like he's 15, she's 13 or something. I can see them being like separated by like 2 years.
she's got to be way younger than that. Because I mean, like, not to be weird or whatever, but like, them titties are tittying, my nigga. This is like very pre-pubescent child in this flashback drawing of Lily. She's fucking
but he
tiny.
used to-
And it's like if
Yeah,
you're
but
12,
he
13, like they're coming in like already type shit.
I'm just saying, like you said, he's been through a lot of stress. So like this
Oh,
nigga
true,
looks,
true.
you
But just
yeah,
like in
yeah.
relation to like 14 and 12 or whatever, I feel like she's got to be like 8 or 9 or something in this flashback drawing of her with this little like dress on or whatever.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, the Gaunt is also, Mama also is talking about like how long it took. He says 20 years. It took a long time for your chokers to take the place of the old communicator. So he's been
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so like, yeah, he gave her the first choker 20 years ago, at least.
Oh, sure.
Because he's saying it took 20 years for your chokers to take place or whatever the previous communications were. So he's been, in action for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So yeah. So she probably like 38 or something, 34.
Yeah, and if this nigga's like around the same age but looks 90, that's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
showing like what kind of shit he's going through or has been through.
Yeah. So he probably like 38, 39, 40 or whatever, and he just, knocks age or whatever, but he's
Huh?
just been fucking hurt or whatever.
What the hell?
Um,
Oh no.
he been put through the ringer, yeah. But yeah, good chapter. As usual. Ready for the next one. It was on break like 2 weeks ago, so hopefully we won't get another one of them anytime soon. But I gotta catch up on the anime. I haven't been watching it. I've been slacking, but
I'm caught up on the
same.
anime and I've been watching the live reactions, bro. They're really good. I haven't like specifically seeked out live reactions to anime episodes since Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, so I'm having a lot of fun with the Gachiakuta reactions. But bruh, Kagurabachi, dude, I'm about to give all
We'll
of
talk about
these
that
live
later.
reactors like so many views when Kagurabachi starts in the
Yeah,
anime.
that shit gonna be
Yeah.
lit.
I'll talk about it right now, weeb. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope when we do get the fucking Mimo flashback, we see if his hair, like, was this dude's hair always like this?
Right.
Like
What's
age 7 Mimo, does he have the fucking chicken bone hairstyle?
The
Tubes.
bowl cut bangs into the fucking chicken wing bone,
Yeah.
broken chicken bone pigtails or whatever the fuck
Fucking
these are.
bench press
Yeah.
bar hair. Yeah. Like, what is this bullshit? Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking T shape. Yeah, like
It looks
why
like a
is it-
fucking, his hair looks like a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah. We need some lore on that fucking hair. Yeah.
Nah, God.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm squeezed out for this one. Chunky chapter. What about you, Traff?
Yeah, I'm good.
Weep. Weep.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
He
I
had the
think I'm
hub
good.
pulled up.
Do I do-
Straight flapping you. What about you, Knox?
I'm good, bro.
All right, that's gonna do it, baby girls, for Gachiakuta, chapter 147, weakness. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, chapter 186, 187, and 188, because we got a triple burger. We're gonna be talking about all three. We've done this before on the show, but since it's 3 chapters, you know how that could get. So we're not going to spend too much time on each. Kind of just give broad thoughts, some quick lines of exchanging some conversations on them or whatever. We ain't gonna spend too much time. We're gonna flip flop, jump back and forth between chapters and talk about it or whatever. But just to give you guys a heads up down in the viewer section. But anyway, starting off with 186, Heart's Desire. Traffy, got any thoughts?
Yeah. So this chapter, I don't know what it is about it. It feels like this is all information we've already received, but at the same time, it feels like confirmation of the information we knew. And so when I'm thinking back in regards to, Chidori being close to Sanai and trying to complete her story, it's like I knew that, but nobody specifically said it. It was just implied from the story. And
Yeah.
so this chapter feels like, oh, I already know all this information. But then it's like, wait, this is a confirmation for information we've been waiting for a long time to get confirmed.
Yeah. The thing though I will say is, like, even though he kind of confirms it himself, none of these chapters tell us. We still don't know like how their relationship even began. Like, why does he care so much? Like, was he related to her husband? Was he her fucking neighbor or something? Like, why? I still just don't know why they are a thing. Like, they weren't together. Maybe they were before she got married to the former Green, but like, he's like willing to die for her script, and I don't know like what his relationship with her is outside of this.
What if it's like his sister?
Could be.
Yo.
Could be his sister. Yeah. or auntie or something. And I mean, yeah, I can see that Chidori. Yeah, yeah, but
Or it's just a really close friend. I don't know.
Yeah, that too. You could have
yeah,
one of those and
because
not be romantic.
he does say like, because on was it page 3, he's like, yeah, somebody already did stake their life on it, and Suzukiri is like Sene Midorikawa, and he's like, yep, an old friend. So like, is that all there was though? Like, I want to know where their friendship began, because all we know is he's doing this, and he was helping her. He gave her a place to stay, like in his fucking crib in the woods. But we never got anything besides these like flashbacks, and then him like, going to war for her. I want to know, were they classmates? Did she get him a job as a ranger or something? Like, I want to know why he cares so much besides like friends. How did they become friends?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened to Chidori on the panel where Sanai is like, if I knew this was going to happen, I never would have written any of it. Like,
Yeah, it looks like
Maybe his band got killed.
maybe what?
Maybe
His
his
band
band
got
got
killed?
killed by invaders.
Oh, maybe. Or I was just like, this looked to me like maybe like he got shot. Like maybe he was on, like when I see this, I'm thinking like maybe he's on the roof of a building, like approaching Shinya and saying like, hey, you can't do this, yada yada. And he's like, fuck you, shoots him in the chest or something. But then I don't know, because shortly after that, he joins the Rangers and he's like teamed up with them. So I don't know if that could be it. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Like we really do need more info on Chidori and like the whole, their whole this triangle, Chidori, Shinya, and Sane, is like their whole relationship, because like even Shinya like at some point like talks about like Chidori basically doing whatever, like because he's a ranger. He's like, yeah, he's one of us. Like he's doing whatever I want him to do because he's part of the script. He's gang, and Shinya was secretly running the show. So yeah, it's
Mm.
just hopefully this is something that Negi kind of goes into a little more and shows us why this means so much to him. And why he's on the roof, because like I thought he got shot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's giving
but
shot.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, there's he's just talking more about the plan. Like you said, he was saying the script for the final episode involved resurrecting the 12 executives and fighting the final boss. And so like nobody actually knew what the Death Messiah looked like, and this was kind of Yakushi's kind of like fan theory version of him or whatever. He really brought that shit to life, which is crazy.
you
Yeah,
know
Eh.
that's
what
insane.
you know what I thought about this? So when he's like, with Yellow Keeper's tech, I can manage the 12 executives, but the problem is our final boss, the Giga Invader Death Messiah. Since the show got axed before we could film this one, Yellow didn't have anything to work with. The only empty traces of him are the rumors of his existence. There was a passionate fan, blah, blah, blah. But basically, he says, so I'll be the final boss. I feel like the Death Messiah is going to be D.
Oh yeah. I was
Ooh,
kind of.
that
I
would
was
be that would
thinking.
be pretty good.
I was
Oh,
That'd be
thinking we.
interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking we might get something like that too, because like like we still don't know what the deal is with the
The
fortress and the
leg.
core. Well, the
Oh,
leg and the core to the fortress, like that gem in there. And D said it was their core when Yakushi asked him about it, and like he could probably do something with that, like with the leg, and then all the other goons in the fucking fortress, and just the fortress in general. Like D might do something crazy and become, something. But I don't know.
The
It's hard
rejects
to.
I like now that I think about it, him being Fighter D and him becoming the Death Messiah, Death Messiah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like it lines up.
yeah.
That, and
that's,
also
it's
all the
giving
rejects come.
reach. No, I'm kidding.
That and all the little rejects end up just becoming the final boss at the end of the day, becoming just what they were meant to be.
Yeah.
Also makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go on and happen with this, and it's like it's definitely giving, like, the word final is used a lot. Final battle. I'll be the final boss. And it's like I could see it being the final arc, but I still feel like there's possibility for more to happen from this story.
It- yeah.
Like
Yeah, true.
I feel like we have to, like if Chidori or whatever happens here, like if Chidori is beaten and dies or whatever, like the world can like I want to see what the world does afterwards. Like how the world reacts to, you know, there either being, because Chidori wants this to be the final episode, and I think Shinya is trying to make this just be another episode. Like he's trying to keep this thing going. Like the Rangers under his watch, the Rangers isn't dying. Like this is just another. He's letting Chidori play it out, but he's not gonna just let his moneymaker go, you know, go away.
Yeah.
So it's
And
like,
this spread of all the current fights going on, God, I loved it so much.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got
That is like a
Runa and
top 3
Kisu
spread in
with
the entire
Hisui.
series for me.
Yeah, Runa and Kisu against Hisui. You got Shinya and Emma Matai against Shinya.
uh,
It starts with a P. Shit.
Controller.
Peltrola against Red, and then Chidori's face and like the mask materializing.
Yeah, and you even got the
I
fucking
assume that's
swirly
what's
screen
happening.
tones we like
Yep.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
got
so
everything,
good.
man.
Yeah,
Speaking
he
of that,
killed it.
what I mentioned in the earlier segment, as we are now at chapter 188, do you think when we hit chapter 200, we're going to get another straight spread chapter like chapter 100?
Oh,
I would love that.
Ooh, I
That'd
need
be
it.
perfect.
Yo,
I need it.
I need that
Yeah.
now. Now that you mention, I need that now. Like, in my veins.
bro. Inject it.
It
Negi
would be
Hariba.
perfect.
The return of Dick, yeah. He just
Well-
bring that shit back out.
Unravel it for us one
Yeah.
more time.
Show us one last hoorah, yo. Just drop the
Yeah.
nuts on the table.
Put it on the scale. See how much it
Yeah.
weighs.
Getting weird, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Not getting weird.
I
Nah, but yeah, if we get another fucking, you know, 10 spread chapter for 200, that would be crazy. That'd be, bro, because then now it's like, all right, so you just forcing me to make a thread, bro. Like I just gotta make a thing for this, you know. Chapter 100 was like 10 to 15 fucking spread pages. Chapter 200, like who do you think you are, bro?
Yeah, Ranger
So,
Reject Perfect Shots Twitter coming soon.
Yeah.
I do want to say that in the last chapter review, I was right.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Because at the end of the chapter, it shows Suzukiri like in the bleachers, and I was like, "Why is she standing watching Chidori?" But Yato and Weeb said that she was watching Emma Matai and Shinya, so
okay.
I was
Guess I
right
was wrong.
because she popped up and hit that pause button for Chidori.
Okay. You can have that.
Wait.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Because it happened right after like
Yeah.
Shinya and Emi Matai, and it was like, oh, you know, she's looking at them, but no, she's. I mean, it would have made sense either way because like she, you know, fuck Kiritani, so you know it makes sense that she was there to murder him too. But
Yeah.
yeah, pulling up to watch Chidori dance is also cool.
Man, and I love how Green, right? This splash page on page 11 of chapter 186 where he uses the divine tool that kind of controls like Earth and like
Yeah.
and like manipulates it. He like turns it into a maze. I was so mad when I saw this because I was like, duh, that makes so much sense as an application for this divine tool. Like, how did I not like see this coming?
Well, he did
done
it
it
in the woods
before.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
he
did.
did it
Oh,
in
we've
the
seen it
woods.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the second
Yeah.
time.
Wait, when did
Yeah,
he do it?
He did it in the arc with D and
the
Suzukiri came
Green
to
Keeper
assassinate him.
arc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the one where like Suzukiri was in like an all black stealth suit and
Yeah.
like
yeah.
I don't
He
even
did it there,
remember
too.
that.
Yeah, it wasn't like super focused on, but he did it like because there was monsters in the woods, and then there was a bunch of people fighting like Suzukiri and Rabe and what's her name, Angel. And there was a bunch of people
Yeah,
there, and then
what
Red
the-
showed up, so he kind of just did that to separate people and distract and stuff like that.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
so he
crazy.
could just talk to D.
The way I have no memory of that whatsoever. Yeah, Ranger Reject reread is gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
It really is.
There's a guy on my timeline right now. I think his name is Pell. He's been reading Ranger and he's been tweeting about it, live tweeting, and he's been catching a lot of good stuff. Like his, I don't know if anybody that's listening knows him. You know, check him out or you know whatever. Tell him holla at the fucking podcast when he gets caught up. But he's been blowing through the series and he's been catching a lot of really good details and he's got a lot of really thoughtful insight and shit. He's been just it's been a great fucking read through. I've been
Oh,
following
yeah.
him on Twitter and seeing that shit, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I probably wasn't thinking about this at the time, but he thought about it. So
Let me go lob
good
the
shit.
follow.
Yeah, I'm a post it in a group chat if I can find it later. But
Bet.
yeah, this yeah, fucking pausing Hibiki ass to get him out of there. She paused him to stop him from swinging that sword, which I believe nullifies the weapons.
Yeah.
And then Chidori just fucking comes through and knocks his block off. Yo.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fucking sent the wall after him, blocks off his route, fucking runs up on him, swings the sword, drops the hammer, steals off his ass. I was like, yo, this choreography kind of bussing.
Yeah.
I
The
really love how Chidori's just running the gauntlet here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like the one problem or question I did have was on 14 at the bottom when Hibiki's swinging the sword. Like the direction that he's swinging, I feel like doesn't align with the like shards that are going behind him because it looked like those. It looks like he should be swinging the other way.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have.
So it's
It could
weird.
have. It could have just been an art mistake.
Yeah. As I'm saying, I think it is a mistake.
Oh wait, no, I think it's the sound effect of his sword.
Wait, I
Yeah.
literally just thought about that, like as you said that, but at the same time, it's like there are sound effects superimposed over the two panels anyway.
Yeah, it kind of looks kind of like the after image or like an icy effect or something that's kind of like scattering as he swings his sword, and it just looks like the direction that he's swinging
Yeah, because
doesn't align
those
with
aren't
that.
sound effect characters. Those are literally just like, you know, fucking. It looks like the S's that you would draw in your fucking notebook, like in high school and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sound effects are the black ink uh characters that are superimposed over the panels.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that is then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't
So
really make sense.
so another thing though is like reviving the executives. They revived 12 of the executives, but some of these like Peltrola is brought back, but I'm pretty sure, like I've mentioned it before, I'm pretty sure the real Peltrola is still around. Like Shion wanted to fight him. The fucking good Shinya like zapped him out of the Magatia space when D was in there getting the flashback, and like we didn't see him after that. But I don't think he's dead. Like
He's
so,
either
Yeah.
dead or still trapped in Magatia's realm.
yeah, I think he's still like trapped somewhere, or free and running wild or whatever. But like this means I think there's two Peltrolas. So like even
Yeah,
if they kill this one and wipe out these 12, I still think the just like to further the reason why I don't think this has to be the final arc. I still think that there's threats. I still think that Peltrola is out and about
yeah, I think
roaming.
the 12
Yeah.
resurrected executives verbiage is just in regard to the fact that, like, most of them have been defeated, but now there's, like, carbon copies of them in the arc, and not
Yeah.
necessarily that all of them have died, and these are, reincarnated replacements or whatever.
Does that mean Emma Matai is reincarnated?
No. See,
No.
that's another thing. So it's like, yeah, he says I can manage the 12 executives. So it's like that reads to me like he brought back 12, but like Amy Matai wouldn't be one because he's searching for Amy Matai. Unless he was saying like he filled in the gaps, like he knows Amy Matai and Chocobo and but then it's like, okay, so if he doesn't bring back, a Chocobo and Amy Matai like executive, but he does for Peltrola, it's like why not? If Peltrola's still alive and he brought back Peltrola, then he could do the same thing for Emi Matai, unless there's just no like DNA for them or something. I don't know.
But the chop, there's DNA everywhere for Emma Matai.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something that's gotta be. This is one of them things that we just gonna have to find out when Negi shows it to us, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But yeah, Pink shows up. Um and that does not go well for Noah.
yeah,
Yeah, she puts up a decent fight, but it's just
Not
not
that close.
enough.
yeah. I do love this. What is it? On that 187 page, page 3. Like when I guess this is him like winding up or something. The hammer, like he's doing something, and there's like these crackly web things around him. And I was like, at first, was like, that's not Noah doing that, right? That's like him kind of, I feel like, getting ready to like slam the fucking hammer and do some crazy shit. Cause like, remember his hammer, he can like break reality or whatever. He broke the dream space with
Yeah,
it.
this
So
doesn't look like the
Yeah.
same effect as broken reality or whatever. This looks like it reminded me of that one divine tool effect. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Like the with the webs.
yeah, this
Yeah.
like black web stuff. And I was like, I don't think it's her doing it, but also I don't think it's like an executive. I was thinking that it was hammer related.
Oh wait, yeah, no, it's not a divine tool. It's an executive's power. Yeah, right. The
There
spider webs
was
that send different abilities down the web path.
There was that, but also I think the ox did something web related. The guy
Not the
died out
spider.
in the spider did. The spider sent like words down. Like he would attach a web and say like boom, and it would shoot down
Yes, that's what I'm thinking
down it.
of.
Yeah, but like it's wrapped around him and not attached to him, so I don't know. Also,
Oh,
I think the spider got killed.
oh, right.
Um,
Yeah, fucking Tokita or
okay,
Tokiwa.
yeah.
Tokiwa,
Tokita, yeah, you're right.
yeah, Tokita boomed that executive. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this I don't really understand. I was just thinking it was hammer related, like he was like charging my lasers and fucking was about to go ham with the hammer on her and she blocked it. Like her foot just dummy strong boot action too crazy. And so she like kicks him into a wall and it took me a minute to realize it, but this did that do it? I guess that's Chidori saying that like he's being, fucking cheesy. Did that do it? Then she kicks him again. Did that do it? Nope. And he's still standing. It's like
Yeah,
whatever you think, it's like because it's a fucking Power Rangers show and the fucking
right.
people are watching and shit. It's like you got to keep the suspense up.
Yeah,
There's
I think you're
one.
spot on with that.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's just being goofy. The
Wait,
last,
Huh?
hold on.
What?
yeah.
What's up?
Pink. Noah's hair isn't that long.
Maybe
Uh,
it's when she transforms.
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I think it has that length when she transforms every time.
That's interesting. If the
But
suit affects your
also,
hair like that, what the fuck?
It could just be fake hair.
she didn't get the surgery to use the divine tool.
She was using the boots before. She used them. I think she probably off screen got it, but she used the boots in the arc when D was running from everybody, and she
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
fucking
dashed across the water.
yeah.
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 I think her hair is
Okay.
that long. Yeah, look up like Noah Hagino on like Google. I think that is right.
God damn, that roundhouse
Yeah.
kick to the neck was so devastating, bro. Page
Yeah.
5, Jesus.
Yeah, but he's just Looney Tunes. Did that do it? And then it's like whenever you think something like that works, it never works out. Last boss ain't supposed to go down before the executives. They're like, Noah's even smile. Yeah, that because you can see like her hair on that page when she's smiling. Like you can see the heart on her face under
Yeah.
her mask.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You're right.
But like she's
I
smiling or
was
whatever. You were
I was
tripping.
so confused for a second
Mhm.
there.
But yeah,
uh,
and then he just fucking beats her. Like
Hmm.
he off screens her, and then like later on, I think next chapter, he's like, if you put
he
on the
just
suit, everybody's equal. Man, woman, child. You wear the suit, you get in the fucking hands. Yeah.
Reminds me of like
So,
Yusuke. I was like, I don't care if it's a woman or a baby or a grandmother. I'll
or
still
peace,
knock they ass out. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
or Peacemaker. I will kill as many men, women, and children as I need to for the sake of peace.
Mm,
Something I
Also,
just
uh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
like as we were talking, I was going back because I remember I saved this picture of when we got the revived executives. We only have 8 revived executives.
Yeah. So then
Yeah,
there's
so
the fusion,
yeah, that
which
makes 10, and
yeah,
then Emma Time makes 11.
and I think
wouldn't the
there
fusion make 9?
is nah.
Because it's 2 different executives
Oh,
merged into one out of the
Right.
12.
That's what I'm saying. So if there's 8, but then a fusion of one of the 8 and another one makes 9.
well, no, I think he's still counting
No.
them
I'm
as
talking about the
two.
revived executives. I'm not talking
Oh,
about
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
oh,
Jacobo.
okay.
Yeah, he's talking about the spread when all of them were standing on the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and there were only 8 present. So yeah, the fusion.
And now that I think about it, I
Emma-
don't think what I was saying makes sense no matter how I look at it. Yeah. What
I
is
think
math?
the last one. I think the last one they're counting is Yuli Merida.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Angel is there.
Yeah, yeah. But like
She's-
I don't know,
she's
because
been-
there's more than 12. Like there's more than 12. There's space for some to not die. So it's like the resurrected ones, there's 8 resurrected, and then we have Yuli Merida, the fusion, uh Imamatai, and then I still feel like Peltrola's around. And also, like, what is Ryojin? Whatever, the dragon mascot. Like, is he
Ryujin?
yeah, is he like I still feel like he's one because like he's the only thing of his kind. Like we haven't seen any other dragons in the series just chilling. Like is he a robot? Like what is he?
Yeah, what's up
No
with bro?
Yeah.
But it's also so weird to see how drastically different this Sosei is, because he is sitting on the toilet just like crying about his bloody arm.
I
Yeah.
think that might have been. I think.
This is like a Sosei, like fresh out the pod with like no life experience, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, but I thought their
Yeah, but
memories
the same
were
thing happened.
transferred.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think the same thing happened with the other with the Sosei beforehand. That the Sosei that got discarded. He was basically the same as the Sosei that D just stabbed from behind, pretty much in all manner. So I think I don't remember if this was ever stated. Someone can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but it's possible that Shinya just like kind of like tampered down his like you know like rashness and stuff like that to make it so that he doesn't have another like public outburst like the previous Red did.
Yeah.
Or it could be a
And so now that's
situation
backfiring.
like it could also be a situation to where like they all have the same memories fresh out the pod, but like this one was born into a huge conflict like right away, and like the other one just got to be king shit like uninhibited with everything going like as planned for like an extended period of time while he racked up like more life experience before ultimately being like defeated. This one seems like very adolescent in comparison and got like thrusted into this final battle situation before living as top dog for an extended period of time. You know what I mean?
Shinya did say something though about at the end. I just pulled it up. He let me see. Yeah. So yeah, at the end of 125, when Sosei meets Shinya and the clone, he's like, he's gonna be your replacement. And he's like, he's not gonna remember any of this, of course. We'll be implanting a false past that we prepared into him. It'd be rather difficult if
okay.
you knew you were a clone, right? So
Yeah.
he can definitely go in and alter him and make him more
Yeah.
like docile and shit like that. So he's probably the big threats are out of the way, so he probably like, yeah, just make him a a goofball, good, lovable, main character. He's the last Sosei was pretty fucking volatile, so let's tone
A
back
little
on
more
that.
homelandery.
Yeah, let's take some of that. Let's give him a little more sugar spice and less of less spice and more everything nice.
Yeah.
These chapters really highlighted why Soma is my favorite character. Because why is Red in the stall next to you with his arm missing? There's people fighting outside, and you are in the bathroom taking a shit.
Yeah.
Nature calls when nature calls.
Like-
At least this anime addresses when someone needs to use the restroom.
Right. Like,
And-
nigga, I'd be shitting
and
myself
then-
too. We got fucking buildings exploding next to me at any moment. Like, the fuck?
No. The bathroom exploded on top of Soma while he was taking a shit.
That's what I'm saying though. It's like, bro, we're in a war zone and fucking bombs are going off like all around me. Like, I got a boo boo now. Like, I got like this is kind of crazy. It's a lot for me.
It's like earthquake. No, that's my stomach. You feeling?
Yeah.
What's going on with this fucking like fucking Sosei is like sitting on this toilet though. Look, what's this fucking remote he got? Like, what's all these buttons on the toilet,
It's a
bro?
bidet.
Yeah,
It's a Japanese
like
toilet.
we're
Well-
American, you know what I'm saying? We don't have like high tech toilets, you know what I'm saying? We're
Like-
still using archaic like toilet paper and shit, like dry paper to wipe our asses and shit.
What?
The rest of
But
the
Why are
world
you
is up
saying
on
we?
us.
I got a bidet.
Well, good for
Dude, that
you,
bitch got
buddy.
30 buttons on it though. Like this thing he's got phone numbers on it. Like,
yeah,
why
you
is
could
that
probably
first
recline
time
that
stuff?
bitch and everything.
bruh, that shit got like 12 digits. Like I thought
No,
the bidet would just
there's
be like flush.
no, there's ones that are like more advanced where you can control the direction with the buttons or how hard it sprays the
Bro,
water out and
Yeah,
how
bruh.
it sprays the water out. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just
Bidets
be
are
advanced.
crazy.
just be aiming it at the nuts, just water
I
blowing.
highly recommend everyone who's watching this video get a bidet because your butthole will never be fresher.
Bruh, I'm telling my
Okay.
wife I need
That
to
was
nut
that
blast
that
for
was Traffy's
3,000.
TED Talks on bidets.
Yeah. Niggas who
We're
get
not getting
their
paid for
ass
this.
ate are up 30 after getting a bidet.
Yo, crazy. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, but nah, this shit was funny as hell seeing him like buried under the rubble. But like, even with him being so silly, because like in this chapter and in the next chapter, it's like he don't want to do this, but he's still highly capable. Like the shit blows up,
Mhm.
Peltrola clone or whatever shows up to do more damage, and like he's using the fucking. We don't see it, but I'm guessing he's using the ice knuckles again because he goes from being under the rubble to like behind Peltrola with Sose.
Yeah.
so
like-
Yeah.
he's not using the ice knuckles. Remember, he has the divine weapon eye implanted in
Yeah,
him.
that's right. That's right.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
guessing it's replicating its power, and then that's why he starts throwing up in the next panel.
And that's why
Like,
Green
yeah,
is like,
he
hey man,
most-
let it out, bro. I already know what's happening to you.
Yeah,
and I
he
like
most likely froze the world, moved them, and then unfroze it.
Yeah.
God, his
Yeah.
power's so cool. Who would win
Yeah.
in a fight, him or Suzukiri?
Suzukiri's beating the shit out this nigga.
Yeah,
But,
he
Well, they're both freezing the world basically. Just one has a pause button. So can he freeze the world faster than she can press the button?
I don't
he ain't
know.
got that hunger like she do, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
I feel like it gets to a point to where like you got to throw up a couple times in this exchange, and she doesn't. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also I want to say that this panel on 11 where he's under the rubble, like talking to him, I want to say I've seen this in another series or like a couple other series before too.
Yeah,
like
for
where-
sure. I
Yeah.
think
It reminds
I
me
think I've
of
seen
like,
it like
Kusakabe in the Shibuya
Yeah.
incident. I think is one of them.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's
I think
funny.
I think King from One Punch Man was under rubber at one
Yes,
point
bro.
too.
You can't
And
stop
then-
the king's engine.
Yeah, there's a couple of things like this, yo. And it also it reminds you of like the one what's the movie where the guy he like cuts the horror movie or whatever, the chick's running and the guy like cuts the fucking
The
door with
Shining?
the axe or whatever. Yeah, is like peeking through. And then like Mikasa like peeking through the fucking hand and Attack on Titan. Like there's a couple of shots like this. Those are much more horrifying, but this one's funny.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
also- And also, literally after they move, Chidori just kills the Peltrola duplicate, pretty
Yeah, he-
much.
Dude, I don't think we've ever seen the hammer that big.
We have.
That big?
I mean, he used it to squish Toto Mask in the three-way
They
battle.
were
but,
both
like,
huge.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah. I mean, there's no way to like we can't
Properly
measure
scale
that
unless you-
motherfucker, but
Yeah.
That's up for the
Yeah.
power scalers. That's a job for
Yeah.
them.
We'll leave that to Death Battle if they ever do like a Ranger Reject versus Power
Man,
Rangers.
fuck them niggas.
I think they did do like Red Keeper versus like somebody, and I don't know. I think maybe
think
fans
so.
did that. I don't know. It might be a fan made thing, but yeah,
But, yeah.
fucking. Soma's finally letting that shit out. Like you said, he throwing up after almost getting scrunched by the biggest hammer in the fucking world. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I love how Green's.
It's just. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I love how Green's like, I want this to be good. If making this the end all be all, I want you to be in like good shape so you could maybe beat me. And he's like, just let it all out, then we can go at it as much as we want.
Yeah, and I love how
Well-
there's like a meta commentary on like character writing like all throughout this between like Sose and Soma and like obviously Green trying to like play, you know, specific roles in this like overarching narrative that they're trying to follow like in this real life conflict or whatever from script to Ultra Sunday battle or whatever, and like Soma talking about how, you know, he's a flat character that could never you know, do what Chidori expects from him and whatnot. And it's like, bro, at the same time, it's like, it's contradictory because, like, I don't think Soma is a flat character. I just think that, like, maybe, like, as of right now, we don't really have the writing to, like, support him being a very round character as far as, like, things like fucking fully developed like thoughts or flaws and hopes and desires go or whatever. But like obviously there's something there, and he's like just kind of like being humble about it, and we just kind of
Yeah.
like haven't seen it on the page yet. Like I think that he has a lot going on character wise, and there's a lot of depth there that just hasn't been given to us, the audience, yet. But Neki Haruba is kind of implying like there's a lot more to this character, obviously, than what would constitute him as like a flat character, like technically. And that's just really cool to me, because it's like when things are kind of like subtle in the background, like underneath layers that have yet to be peeled back, it makes me excited for what writing someone might eventually get, because why else would you structure it that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
it
got layers
could-
like an onion.
Yeah.
It could also be Negi just writing it out like he is a flat character. What you know is what you're going to get in regards to him.
Sure.
He's always going to be, this drifter without any convictions.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's really cool though, because like there's like a Venn diagram that you can look up. That's like flat character versus round character, like Venn diagram or whatever. And God damn it! Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It'll take like 2 seconds. Okay. Flat character, no interiority, complexities, or contradictions on the left side of the Venn diagram. A flat character does not have flaws for the story to address and resolve. The decisions made by a flat character serve to advance the plot towards a specific conclusion. And then a round character on the right side of the diagram says fully developed thoughts, feelings, complexities, contradictions, hopes, and desires. The story advances because of the decisions that a round character makes. Round characters are relatably flawed, which drives the story. But then in the middle of the Venn diagram, for both flat and round characters, it says can be the protagonist, antagonist, or any supporting character, can be dynamic or static characters, influences the course of events in the story, and may confront difficult dilemmas. So it's like, even though he's a flat character, he still can do what Chidori expects from him despite that. And I think that's like the point that Chidori is trying to make, even though it's kind of being met with like but I'm just a flat character, bro. I can't be the guy that you think I am. But it's like, yes, you can, like conceptually, from like a writing level, you know what I mean? So it's just really cool, the meta commentary there.
I do like how he like Chidori waits for him and he just doesn't show up. It's like, damn, bro, you let me down, but like that's who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how
It's like-
I love how the rest of the blue squadron was just like waiting at like a cafeteria type area, like a food court, being like, well, someone's got this handle. He told us to wait here, so we might as well just wait here. And then all of a sudden he shows up. Hey, yeah, we're getting the hell out of here. We can't do this shit.
Yeah, Soma's great, and I mean he's just a dude. Like this is just a job for him. He didn't want to be, fighting wars and shit like that. Like he probably had more interest at first, but like after fucking Showgirl became blue and he left and he became like a fucking Burger King waitress or whatever. He's just trying to make ends meet. He had a gambling problem and he cares about Azome. That's like it.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to be a hero for real. They dragged him back in, and then they even told him like it was just a one-time thing, and then they were like, "Nope, you're back." It's like, bruh, I just was filling in for the day while my raids are full time again.
Even more Kusakabe parallels. I'm crying.
Yeah.
So everything going on with Sosei though, I am ready for this to be delved into, because there's got to be something that kind of snaps within the previous Sosei after snapping his own neck.
Right, and that was such a funny scene too, because he's like, "You'll never be real." It's like, nigga, you aren't either.
Yeah,
this is funny to me.
I feel like there is so much that can be done with Sosei, because every 20 chapters something traumatic as shit happens to him.
Yeah.
Killing yourself is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can tell he feels like a certain way about it too, because like after he snaps his neck and throws him down the stairs, you get like a pretty big dedicated panel to him, like kind of like looking at it like, damn, I just killed myself, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the previous or the new Sosei. God, this is so hard to talk about.
Yeah. Sosei 1 and Sosei 2. For the sake of
which
this.
one's which?
Sosei 1 is the earlier one.
Okay.
Yeah, for the sake of this
So,
conversation, just to make it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sosei 1 is like, try and kill me, and Sosei 2 is like, I would never, I'm a hero, and that's what triggers Sosei 1
Yeah.
to kill him. It's like he sees into his past delusions, and it pisses him off.
I think he also realizes that like he's been tampered with too. Like the real
Yeah.
Sosei had like anger issues and shit probably. I think that's probably like a core part of him. So like seeing this guy not like snap is probably like,
Yeah.
all right, you a bitch.
Yeah, it's like you're a
get
little
outta
too
here.
altruistic.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ain't got what it takes. So you
You
won't
ain't got
like,
that
do
dog in you.
yeah, I'll do what needs to be done. You won't. Yeah, so just
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but further in, we got Hisui versus Fusion. And,
Dude, this is
I
the
feel like-
tightest fucking shit ever to me,
This
bro.
was awesome.
This is
Yes,
my
it is.
favorite. This is my favorite scene in all 3 chapters.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Like just like the strategy here of like, you know, Emma Matai trying to hit her with the here knot,
not Emma, but
or I'm sorry,
Fusion.
Chocobull.
Yeah,
Chocobull trying to hit her with the here knot, or the wait.
The
C knot.
C knot, trying to hit her with the C knot, and she like, you know, throws a bite out, you know, and at first Chocobull doesn't even know like what the chomp was for until Hisui's like, I could still see because I just bit the air, I just ate the air, and then that, you know, creates a psychological effect inside of Chocobull. It's like, oh yeah, she did send that chomp attack out as I threw the C knot out, so maybe, you know, that is what she did, and then, you know, she misses the attack and is like, wait, why didn't that hit me? He's like, oh, she can't see. It was a bluff. And then,
Yeah.
you know, and then he's like, shit, you figured me out. And then he's like, all right, well, speak not then. And then her mouth closes and she can't open it. Instantly kicks her in the stomach to create internal bleeding that would come up through the throat and choke her to death with her own blood or whatever. Like, that's just such a crazy strategic back and forth to me for a 1v1
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Ranger Reject, yeah.
Yeah, and just looking at how this chapter ended, like she stabs her fucking own throat to let the fucking blood out. When
Yeah.
I saw that, I said,
Tracheotomy.
he's sweet. He's
Ass.
Honestly,
she,
I'm mad at the placement of the stab because I'm pretty sure that's your jugular. So it's like you could have stabbed yourself in, like, you know, like when niggas who smoke too much and they get that hole in their neck, like right above the
Yeah.
clavicle, the stoma or whatever. You could have hit yourself there and not, you know, and it would have done the same thing, but like not been like right next to a major fucking artery. But I mean, I guess like, you know, you're in the moment, you're fucking like, you know, asphyxiating, like
Panicking,
you're
yeah.
panicking and shit. You're just like, fuck it, anywhere to drain it out. But it's like, this is still a mortal wound, even if she kind of like resolved the issue for a second. Like, she's on borrowed time, I want to say, because like Negi Harba has to understand anatomy enough to know that this is not the spot to do this in, you know?
might catch a heel somehow, but yeah. But like when I saw this, I said, yeah, she might be a girl, but she the man.
This a whole different level of dog.
This this is like king shit. Like this is
Yeah.
hard body.
This is
I
like
do
she's
wish-
got that dire wolf in her at this point.
yeah. This is usually chasing down fucking Mahito, like wolf fucking imagery.
Wolf
and shit.
rabbit,
I
yeah.
do
Yeah.
wish that there was like one more page before like we saw her standing up, because like we see her like on the ground, you know, choking, crying. She sees like them and like the fusion's walking away, and then like it's on the roof. It's like, let's go, Runa. And then at the bottom, you see her standing. I wish like we would have gotten like another page before revealing that she was still standing.
Oh, you mean like
'Cause it
one of
kinda-
her like kind of getting up?
Or no, like it just, I feel like it got like, there wasn't, like one page we saw her down, the next page she was back up. And
Yeah,
said,
I
like,
think that's
wish
I
we-
think that's for, you know, drama. I think that's for theatrics.
yeah,
it's
but
like,
I'm saying like if
let's
that
get outta
would have
here,
been like
like,
one
oops.
page later.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like when like Gojo pulled back up on Toji. You know
Was
what I'm
that,
saying?
Like, the following page though?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no. It wasn't the following page. It was like the next chapter almost or whatever after Gojo had been, you know, killed or whatever in the hidden
Yeah.
inventory like flashback arc or whatever. But like he was just suddenly there, and
Yeah.
Toji was like, seriously. And he was like, yeah, nigga. But, like, it kind of, like, reminded me of that. Because it's like, you know, we see her writhing on the ground. She's struggling. She got tears in her eyes. Like, am I gonna die, and then she like sees her people, and then you kind of see her half of a drawing of her on that bottom panel on page 16 as Chocobo is kind of walking away. Then some time passes and now Chocobo's on the top of the stadium. Let's go, Runa. Then you get another panel dedicated to like the ellipses, and then you get another panel where he's like Runa, and then it's Hisui kind of like standing there. So plenty of time has passed for her to get back up. I don't think we necessarily need to see her getting back up.
Not saying that I wanted to see her get back up. Just saying, like,
okay.
I think that this panel of like her legs being there should have been like on the next page. Like maybe there should have been another page, and this should have been something else, so that like the reveal of her being up doesn't happen one page after.
Oh, okay.
her being
I see what
down.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like make me worry about her for at least a page, because like I turn the page and I see her legs and I'm like, okay, she good.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. I was seeing it in terms of, moments passing from panel to panel. You're saying it as like as whole pages. Yeah.
Yeah, like as a reader, like I just if I would have had like a whole page like that, see that whole page, if it didn't have her, I would have been like, oh shit, man, is she really dead? But like by the time I get to the bottom, I'm like, okay, she's good. But like she just got down, so I
Right.
would have
Also,
I wanted a little more time.
Yeah.
to add on to that, if you're reading it in like a double spread format, you immediately see her down and her legs back up at the same time.
That's why the
I
page
see what you
turn.
mean.
That's why the page turn factor is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people who do 2 pages at a time, I understand
Well,
that like that's how
like,
it is
if
in
you
physical
read
form.
physical,
Yes, I
yeah.
understand that, but like niggas like me who've been, reading comic books for their entire life or whatever, like I don't play that shit. Like I will fucking ruin the fucking comic book and wrap that next page around the back of the page on the right or the left or whatever, so that I don't see fucking anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love like digital reading so much, because it really allows that page turn factor to play the role that it's supposed to. And that's why I'm just like, bro, people who like are digital but do 2 pages at a time or do scroll format, it's just like, bro, you're wasting so much. Oh, like it just makes me like so like itchy. But anyway,
Yeah, like it takes away
Even
from
when
that fucking-
even when I read on my tablet, I always tend to do just single page, because I know if I do double, I might spoil something for myself.
yeah. And I remember there was like a moment in Jujutsu Kaisen, just to kind of like deviate a little bit, where like I think it was Hikari versus Charles, where Charles was like a failed mangaka or something like that, and his ability was, based on future sight, where he like hit you with the pen and then could see like a couple of like moments into the future. And like the way that he kind of like broke that down was like, it's like when you're reading a manga and you can see like a little bit of the next page in your peripheral vision, thus like spoiling what's going to happen, a couple moments later. It's like, yeah, that's a thing. So listen to Charles and don't do that to yourself. But anyway.
Yeah. Hisui's hard body as fuck though, and like I like this because this reminds me kind of like D versus Shoga Blue Ranger, because like Blue he acknowledged that D was like such a problem. He was like, you yourself, like if I allow you to live, if I don't kill you here, you'll become more of a problem than the invaders themselves. And like
Yeah.
it's not exactly the same, but Hisui, she like comments on them like banding together and like speaking on like their humanity, and that like triggers something. And they say, wait, who is it? Who says it? Cowardly Tricks. Who's the coward? Okay, no, it's Hisui. So she's like, who's the coward? I never heard of executives working together. No wonder you're stronger than a dragon keeper. And like they kind of like don't want to fight. There's been times where this fusion has like let people live and stuff, and they don't really want to like be here, but their hand keeps getting forced. And like right now, Chocobo's pissed because like fucking what's her name? I forget her name, but she like tried to kill Kisu, yeah. And so like he's kind of pissed and like I guess in control mostly of the fusion right now, but like he's kind of being forced to fight, and like Hisui's not gonna let him go, but like he would just, if they could have their way, they would just leave. They'd be like, yeah, we don't have to fight, yeah. Like I don't want to do this. And like I feel like they were kind of getting attached to their like human lives.
Yeah, and just going back to what you were saying about Shogo versus D and the dialogue that he had about like, yeah, you might not be all that powerful or whatever, but I can just tell that you're the kind of person that needs to be killed right now because you'll be a serious problem in the future. I can't help but remember the Marineford arc when I think it was Mihawk kind of commenting on Luffy's influence in the war. and was like, this nigga's got a level of charisma and like, you know, the kind of personality that like anyone can rally behind. Like if this nigga's not dealt with right now, like he's got Pirate King tendencies. Like I can see this nigga going, you know, off in the future and being a very, very serious problem in like the grand scheme of this like, you know, geopolitical like superpower conflict that we have going on right now. So like that potential like cannot be scoffed off. Like this motherfucker is going places, and it kind of like reminded me of that in that Shogo and D scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
D has it, man.
yeah.
Got that D.
You got that D.
the, I wanna see if y'all picked up on this or if you have an answer to it. So when Chocobo is thinking about Hisui, they say that ranger again. She was there in the zoo and in the association. I also met her one other time too. What is that one other time?
Wait, where? Where's that?
When
It's I don't
And
know
when they
what
were
page it is.
chasing D.
yeah, when they were chasing D and Runa, or which one? Not what's the girl one? She was remember
Runa.
she was Runa. She was one of the fucking general
Yeah,
knights.
yeah, okay, yeah, that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, she was fighting Hisui
Yeah.
there. So this is like their fourth time
That's the
fighting
portal
Hisui.
chick. That's the portal chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the rabbit.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, what is it? It's Chocobo and 12 executives ranger.
Oh shit.
I just forgot.
Oh, is the
Chocobo.
portals the ability of the rabbit? Like,
Yeah.
is the concept that like ties it to the animal, the idea that like rabbits are very quick and agile and evasive and can just like kind of, you know, outmaneuver like most predators because of those traits, and that's just like kind of represented by these portals that you can just kind of like dip in and out of at any time. Like, is that like the connecting like tether from like ability to animal conceptually?
I think so.
That's
I would
She's a
assume
rabbit.
so
That's
because
tight
like
as fuck.
the monkey is, you know, don't speak,
Yeah.
don't see, don't hear. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
See no evil monkeys or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tight as hell.
Yeah, Yake Kokab and Chocobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she faced Hisui. So they like together they have faced Hisui. This is now the fourth time. So like Hisui's got to kind of take a dub here. Because Hisui is like lost every time, I'm pretty sure.
Well, didn't really lose with D because
Yeah,
neither of them wanted to kill D. I don't know.
true. But they were kind of like boxing each other. Like it was a race.
Yeah.
And so they competed several times, but um there's just still more stuff that I feel like this story can continue from, like just the first chapter we talked about with when Chidori punches Hibiki, and he's like, General Knights, your turn's still a ways off. And it's like, does he mean like your turn in the spotlight? Like you can't beat us because like it's not your turn yet to take over. So like I feel like I don't know if like General Knights will necessarily get like, you know, they'll be in the spotlight, but like there's still potential for more story. Just based off of like how much story stuff we got like in the three-way battle. Like we entered the three-way battle and so many more questions got asked and stuff. Like we got a lot of answers and more just came from it too. So it's very possible that like a lot of things that we question get answered here in this arc, but it's very possible that more questions get asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that you know, Hisui on her deathbed, she's thinking of her squad, Usakubo and Chidori and fucking D. She thinks of them as family. They're all she got now.
Yeah.
An invader, a half executive, and a fucking guitar player.
I just want the best for all four of them and
Yeah.
Soma.
Yeah. They're the only ones that matter.
And Soma.
Unfortunately, some people are gonna have to
And
bite the
XX.
dust though. Yeah, we still don't know what X's is up to. Yeah, there's just a lot of characters, and I don't feel like the story has wrapped up enough storylines yet. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see soon. You know, there hasn't been any kind of announcement that Ranger is like in its final arc, but I guess that doesn't have to happen to every series that enters its final arc. But you know, whatever. Anyway, You guys got anything else for this one, Traffy? This collection of chapters?
Nope, I'm good.
What about you, Weeb?
I'm all good.
Knox?
Squeezed out.
All right, that's going to do it for this collection of chapters, Ranger Reject 186 through 188, baby. Now jumping into Ichi the Witch, 48th Hunts, A New Prophecy. And nice to see our girl Juki Shirone back.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've seen her and her antics, prophecy, and fun time. Makes sense that she would want to come and see the whole, introduction of Ichi the Witch to the rest of the Witch Society. But, you know, fun stuff. What'd you think about this one, Knox?
Oh, this was a good one, man. I think it's really cool how we start seeing, name cards and some, initial characterization for some of these witches that have kind of been in the background from like earlier in the series when we first got their character designs. To a certain degree, I remember us kind of theorizing about like what kind of magics they might have, or what kind of witches they were, etc., etc. So getting like dedicated name cards for them, and what we can assume to be descriptions of their abilities to a certain extent on the name card is really cool. We got the Bullet Witch, we got the Cacophonous Witch, the Voracious Witch, the Villainous Witch. That show is all really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cacophonous Witch, like a cacophony.
Yeah, music. She's got like a flute in the background, and she's wearing like the fucking outfit.
Her hair is music notes.
Yeah, shit's dope.
Is it? Oh yeah, nice. I ain't noticed that.
I didn't even.
I wanna-
for real.
I want to see what's up with this villainous witch. Like, I want to
Hey,
see
what's-
an arc with her. Yeah, like what
What's all
kind
this
of
villainy about? Yeah.
Yeah, like they just be letting the villains in the gang. Like,
Maybe she just is all sinister. She has sinister schemes to capture magic.
that, or like I could just see her like being like she plays into that like old school like noir vibe or something. Like I don't know, she
Wicked Witch of the West.
like I don't know, just she seems like she might be like a gangster. She's got like a scar on her face.
When he says noir vibe, it's like a femme fatale.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's where that.
And
that
she's
trope
got like a
came from.
cigar and shit. Yeah, like she looks.
Or that archetype, rather. Yeah.
Yeah, she's looking cool, yo. I wonder what her whole thing's about. And then the voracious witch, I guess she eats a lot. She's got teeth on her fucking hair.
She hungry. She be eating shit.
Yeah.
I could see her magic working a lot like Hisui's divine tool.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Beat you to it.
You did.
Dang. But Bullet Witch, Amadoro Ribbon Candy.
She's got a
What
fucking
name.
Gatling gun under her arm, bro.
Yeah, like is it magic? Like what the fuck? Is it a magic tool, or like is there magic like bullet related? Like
Probably both.
Nah, she just shooting people.
Yeah, no, there's just no magic, just fucking metal.
just straight minigun out in the street, fucking
Yeah.
chewing down the block.
Oh,
Yeah, no. good
Magic
job.
can't stop my bullets.
And,
Yo.
she's talking about where the fuck everybody else at, and they just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Nope. So it's like interesting seeing these different personalities from all these other characters, and we still got our usual suspects who do show up for work, like fucking Shira Badana and Toge Ice and Money Gold, which I'm pretty sure they changed the way her name was spelled. I think it was like I can't remember how it was spelled at first, but it wasn't money like that. It wasn't the word money.
oh,
I'm gonna have to go back and look, but
Yeah.
people were talking about it too. I think it was Monea at first, gold or something, or something. I don't know.
Monet
They
gold.
changed it. Yeah, but now it's fucking straight cash money gold. Yeah,
oh no.
And then we have this whole nightmare at the end with the
Yeah, that was
human hair
crazy,
magic.
bro. That double page spread was so crazy good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
bro showed up and said, "Fuck all your shit."
Yeah, just
and then
like
she woke up.
warped the shit out of her. I thought it was over with for her. I did not think that this was a prophecy at first. I thought this nigga really warped in and tore her ass up. I was like, no, not
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
And it's like, with the conversation that her and Moneygold kind of like had with like Toga Ice and shit, like, like she's like, hey, yo, you got it kind of twisted. You got it kind of fucked up. Like, we ain't friends, my nigga. Like, I'm only working with y'all so that I could do the things that I want to do. So kindly fuck off with all the orders and shit. And like that was kind of crazy. I was like, damn, how's Tobias gonna react to that? But then Money Gold is just like, hey, actually, here's like a really wholesome and you know, respectful kind of line of dialogue that I'm gonna shoot your way so that we can kind of like move forward amicably. And I just really like that interaction a lot. And you could see that that Chiki Shrone kind of like thought about it for a second. Like she says like, ugh, it's all so dumb, and I guess she's by herself, so there's no reason for her to kind of like lie about how she feels. But it kind of felt like, you know, like she like really cared about that for a second. It was like, damn, equals and coexistence and shit. I don't really know how to feel because I know that she's like a reanimated like human with like a magic inside of it, right? That's like her. That's like her situation or whatever. So like, it was hard for me to tell. Like, did she actually feel some kind of, you know, wholesome like sentiment towards what Money Gold said, or does she really not give a fuck what she said at all? And she's like, you know, this coexistence and equality shit is bullshit or whatever. I can't really tell. But then to see her just get, you know, a human hater come in and eviscerate her shit like that, I was like, no. After a scene like that where she's like kind of coming around to the other witches potentially, I was like, don't kill her like that. And then it didn't actually happen. So I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like it is a case of like her wanting it to be true, but like
Mhm.
she's probably been burned so many times that she's just like, yeah, you know, human words are nice, but like it don't mean shit. So she
Right,
doesn't
right.
really like believe it, but she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And then like this,
Yeah,
at
because
the
she kind of
end, this
snaps herself out of it. She like slaps her face and like, you know, goes back
yeah,
into character.
yeah,
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 I do
she
like
definitely,
how they kind of tease the potential of like the prophecy, because at the beginning she's like, I haven't had any prophecies for a couple of days now, so you don't really need me here at all anyway. And then we get the prophecy at the end of the chapter. So
It's like, oops,
I
okay,
like
I'll be
that
back in
setup.
the morning.
Simple but effective.
Yeah.
yeah. I think this dude
Yeah.
is somewhat related though, because he's in her room now, but he was at the party and he was like asking if she wanted an escort, and she was like, nah, I got a witches meeting to get to. So she goes there, she leaves the party, goes to the meeting, and then goes back to her room. And like when she gets fucking murdered by a fucking world hater in her prophecy, he's right there behind her in her room, like, hey, you want some water? Perhaps did you
So
receive a scary prophecy?
Oh
so I have
shit.
two theories on that actually. Either one, and this is the obvious one, it's World Hater in the skies, or
Yo.
B, it could be that, because even World Hater might understand that he can't win against all the witches here, even in a surprise attack. So he best at least get rid of the advantage in the prophecy with the prophecy magic. But it could also be, okay, technically it's three. It could also be like an agent of World Hater instead. Like it's a secret. Like maybe this person is either someone World Hater is manipulating, or a magic similar to Jushirika, where it's a magic in a human corpse, and maybe she couldn't realize that it was a magic originally, and now that he's there, it explains why he just popped up out of nowhere.
Well, honestly, like when it comes to your first idea, like if World Hater Magic could properly sneak into this establishment, um, even if he couldn't beat all of the witches outright that are here, the amount of damage that he would be able to do before, like, you know, giving up and leaving before ultimately being defeated would completely crush the Mantonel Witches Association for
Yeah.
like a significant amount of time at the very least. Like that surprise attack would be fucking insane, and they would have a really hard time recovering from an attack like that. So that might just be worth it enough for him to just get in, do that, and bounce. You know what I mean? So I doubt that it's actually him for real, because he doesn't
Yeah.
seem like the person that would care about, you know, like, can I beat all of them if I go in there? He just wants to.
You're not a real hater if you.
Yeah, exactly. like if
Maybe,
he
but
could really get in like that, like he would just do as much damage as possible and then leave.
true,
And yeah.
but like,
I
like
think
my whole
he's
thing.
more
Hey,
of a
go, Traffy.
I think he's more of a neutral character.
Mhm.
Just because like the end of the chapter, it does have like this certain threat about him. Because he's just in her room with water right after she has this nightmare, and he immediately says, "Oh dear, did you perhaps receive some frightening prophecy?" And so there's like this evil side to him, but at the same time, earlier in the chapter when she bumps into him, uh, he says, I think it's incredible. A man using magic. It's so hard to wrap my mind around. A part of me still doesn't believe it. And then she goes, right. He goes, but at the same time, it feels like the start of a new era. And so he just the writing from this one chapter, it feels like he's going to be an important character, but I feel like he's going to be a neutral character.
Okay.
What if he's someone who hates magics?
Yeah, like in
That is
what
possible.
what do you mean by like neutral though?
So kind of like an anti-hero, like it's
Where like
he's
he
not
had
on
Sense
their
of justice.
side, but he's not against them.
yeah, he has like his own,
Yeah.
motives with whether they're, ulterior or whatever, and like in order to achieve those goals, he could work with the protagonist sometimes and against them other times,
Yeah.
depending on what he
I-
needs to accomplish personally. Yeah.
I can see him being like salty that he can't like raise up beyond a certain position in the world because he's not a woman and doesn't have magic, but he also doesn't fuck with magics. So it's like he's not on the side of the monsters, but like he wants to be more than a nigga that delivers water at a gala or whatever. But like the world isn't like the right place for that. But maybe taking down Jikishirone or something would give him some status, but like he has no way of doing that unless he is like an agent of chaos and given like the world hater gave him something to kill another magic or something like that. Who knows?
Either that or he's like Bakumaku or Bakugami. Actually, I don't know why I said Bakumaku.
Bakumaku.
Made that up.
Bakugami. Maybe. Anyway, my stupid mispronunciation aside, maybe he's like He could end up being like Bakugami.
You almost said
Maybe it's
Bakumaku again. I heard that.
maybe he's like him, and he's just an avid fanatic of world hater. And after hearing about a male witch and thinking about it, he probably figured get rid of the person that does all the prophecies, and maybe try and do something. Maybe get career with world hater. Maybe it's just someone that wants to watch the world burn and just wants world hater to succeed. Like if he has it's possible he could also have his own cult in the real world, like people that know about him secretly and just want the world to end.
I
And
think
so
it would
do what
definitely.
they can to do it.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be nice to have a like a focal point on characters who are not like evil. Like they aren't born evil, like they're not magics, but they also aren't like satisfied with their position and they form like a group of like, we don't fuck with witches, but like like
Yeah.
they're not they can't kill magic, so they hate magics too, but they also don't like the people that beat the magics because like they're oppressed and stuff. Like everyone probably doesn't like being the fucking whatever this guy is,
Yeah.
and it'd be cool
Oh,
to see that kind of faction and in turmoil, inner issues within the home or whatever.
true.
Yeah.
An out of nowhere like reveal that could happen is that this guy might actually be. It could end up just being like the guy in like with the skull head that taught Ichi how to cook and hunt, and
Oh,
Wait, what?
he actually became one of World Hater's followers over the years. That would be interesting.
Hold on, say that again.
The
The
dude.
guy that taught Ichi how to hunt and cook. Imagine if this guy that we saw at the end of the chapter is that very same person.
Oh, what the? I'd have to go back and look at that character
Because like
from back then.
because we have no idea what he looks like.
Oh.
He just wore like a skull head of an animal, and like I said, it could also fall into the idea that maybe he's a world hater fanatic or was drawn in by the world hater or something like that. Because like the way he talks about like a male witch and it being a new era, it almost feels like he's kind of I don't know like sad about something coming and like his era coming to an end, or he has a sense of familiarity or something like that with
Okay.
Ichi because he was so curious about it.
How does that align with like the hunter though? Outside of the fact that we just like haven't got his character design fully revealed. Like why would that hunter character eventually adopt an outlook similar to World Haters?
I mean, we have no idea what
Yeah, I
happened to
guess.
him over like the near decade since he basically raised Ichi.
True.
Shit
He could be
happens to
playing. He
people.
could be playing. He could be playing the long game. This is his hunt style. Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be funny. But yeah, no, I'm just saying that would be an interesting out of nowhere reveal
Yeah.
if that were the case.
Yeah.
I do think we got to see that guy at some point. I'm flipping through the first
Yeah.
couple of chapters to see if I can find him, but I can't remember where he is. But yeah, I think we definitely will see him again. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting chapter. It's always good to see, these other witches, Chikashirone. We didn't get any like anything at all from like Ichi or Kamugi or Discaris or anything. It's been like 2 chapters since we've seen Discaris for real. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when's the last time
but
we saw
Oh,
fucking Uroro too?
yeah, it's
mm,
been a while since we've seen Aurora.
yeah.
I don't think he wants to be out around all these witches.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like an out of nowhere things that what if this is just an elaborate prank by the Scaris to try and test Gigi Shirone's allegiance or something like that.
Yeah, another thing like with the whole theory that this guy might be the world hater, like they like he still has a trial, so like they don't know what his trial is. So if he did pop up, like I don't see a reason for him not. I mean, other than like being afraid that like Discaris might do the thing again, where she like tricks, gets the magic to like make him talk. Like they don't know his trial, so they don't know how to kill him. So he's kind of got free. It's like if he pops up, it's like he's got the fucking invincibility star from Mario, and he's just got fucking unlimited mana. He's just yeah, he can just start dumping on people in every direction, dropping bodies everywhere, and they can't really do shit.
Yeah, that's what makes again. That's what ever since the beginning. That's what makes this the concept of magic so interesting in Each of the Witch. Like they have a core, but the only way for you to get it and acquire them is by completing whatever trial they come up with. Sometimes it can just be on the spot, if anything. And until then, they can't really like die. You can injure them, but they'll heal quickly, and they're basically immortal. So like that always ends up making things incredibly interesting to see how the characters can get through certain situations.
I found it. It was chapter 10. It was a man. His name. He had a name, Minakata. He had a like a deer head on, and he has long like black hair, similar to this guy. Um, and his name was Minakata. He was a traveling fisher. He came from a small island country to the east and was traveling the world to catch and record all its fish. Um, Came to the mountains to practice alone. He was definitely weird, but he was also wild and full of life. So yeah, dude was huge. I don't know if this would be him because he looks a lot bigger, but the way his hair, he's got long black hair, it might be similar. But his is more like wild and raggedy, like mountain man.
Hmm.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll just throwing the idea out there.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, baby. But yeah, I think I'm squeezed out for this chapter. You got anything else for this one, Weep?
No, I think I'm good.
How about you, Knox?
I am also good.
Traffer?
I'm skeeted.
All right,
Oh.
we are all skeeted out. We're bringing that back for Ichi the
Ah.
Witch, 48th Hunt, A New Prophecy. Now jumping into Otr of the Flame, chapter 16, and holy shit, I just realized the title name is some shit I can't pronounce. Kutane Nyor. Yeah, so that's a title for a chapter. Anyway, I'm gonna pass this along to Noxinold.
Hold on. I think that's a D. I think it's Njorder.
Yeah,
Njorder.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Let's see. How do I feel about
Alright,
all of this?
So
Yeah.
wait, all right, first, so you weren't here last week, so we were talking about it, and like, how do you feel about Otto now? Because like, I was saying, I think we were all saying it, but I know I was specifically saying like we were talking about the series potentially getting axed after
Yeah.
like the last arc, but I feel like the last 2 to 3 chapters have been good.
Yeah, I agree.
Give
Yeah,
hope.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to, say it's safe or anything like that because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't follow the stats closely enough to know one way or another. I hear, what the streets be talking about here and there, and it did kind of like hit like a lower point for me a few chapters ago where I was like, okay, I could see why people are saying that this isn't doing too well. But I think even in the last review that I was on, I was talking about how much I enjoyed the most recent chapter, like 2 episodes ago, or whatever. And I like this one too. Yeah, like you said, like the last 2 or 3 chapters have been great. I think that the introduction of characters is handled well. I think that Hugin is a cool new addition to the cast. I thought it was really funny the way that Eter Pico is kind of like revealed to be royalty, and how she was kind of like hiding that for one reason or another, and like doesn't want you know, Otter to be super formal with her after finding out that she's royalty. But then Hugin shows up and she flexes that royalty to like the highest degree, like, you know, fucking give me a foot rub and, you know, give me some coffee, you know, bring, you know, like she's down to be, you know, royalty when it comes to Hugin, but when it comes to Otter, because I think she likes him, she's like, yeah, chill on that shit. I'm not really a princess or whatever. So I think that was all really funny. But I like the information that we're getting about, you know, these hooves of the king and like where the story is going. But like I couldn't help but feel, I don't know if it was in this chapter or the previous one. Yeah, I think it was the previous one. Yeah, here we go, where he's talking about how like the fire spirit that's with him right now not only doesn't have like her memories, but like doesn't even know like what her true form is. It feels like because of maybe the underperforming of the series sales wise, that the editor or the author is like, yo, give them things to be excited about for the future. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about this like in previous segments of Otr of the Flame. Like, don't you want to see where this goes now that I've introduced these really interesting ideas and like dangled these plot threads in front of you that, you know, you really want to see you know, the payoff for, you know what I mean? It's like this fire spirit is gonna have a new form later, so keep reading so that you can see the final form of the fire spirit is kind of like what that made me think, and that was like kind of immersion damaging to a certain degree. But outside of that, like, no, this shit is great. I love this chapter. I really liked Otter and Kutin nerding out about like, you know, Norse myth and the sagas and shit. Like that was really good interaction.
Yeah, I really love Cutane. Like he has had such a strong introduction to like everything that he is as a character.
Yeah.
And he's really well written, and I like how they're kind of like they've actually slowed down a bit moving into this new Ice Devil Six Horn. Um it's still pretty fast, but it doesn't feel as fast
Doesn't feel
because
as rushy.
we're getting explanation of like, you know, characters we already knew. We're getting introduced to new characters, to lore, to a new landscape, basically.
Yeah, we're out of
And
the
so
icy
it feels
areas
like
now, right? Like this is like the first like location that's not just like completely frozen, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about like
just,
when we're gonna see shit like that too, like when we first started reviewing the series.
it just felt really nice. Like it's a solid chapter leading into the next fight against one of these horns. Yeah.
Yeah, and this new horn that we're getting here, the Wicked Horn, is like so different than the last one that we had to deal with, like where Serold, I think was his name, right? The swordsman.
The Blade Horn.
Yeah, the Blade Horn or whatever. He was just like so, you know, honor bound and serious, and like brought like a gravitas to the antagonist force that like really had you like, holy shit, there's some tight shit going on here. Like shit is kind of real right now. And then you get this one who's like a little bit more comedic. But I think that his introduction being so silly and like so unsure of himself, and the comedy that's kind of like being used for his character so far is going to kind of lead into a rug pull when his true capabilities are kind of revealed in the next couple of chapters, and he's actually going to end up being a pretty serious threat that they're going to have a hard time dealing with, because I just don't think that you introduce you know, a villain on the main team of villains that is just kind of like hilariously dealt with in his surprise attack at the end of this chapter if you're not eventually going to give him some crazy shit to do that actually has both of these characters. And with Hugin here too, like Kutane is being shown to be like wildly capable. We know Otter is like coming along great in his development as a warrior, and we know Hugin is strong too. And now you have this like silly, you know, bumbling idiot kind of demon that just kind of like pulls up and gets knocked out of stealth, you know, in his surprise attack kind of effortlessly by these characters. It's like he's gonna fucking show out in a crazy way next chapter, and I can't wait for that.
I think he's gonna he'll be the type of character where like he's not confident, he's scared and stuff, but like when somebody looks down on him, he flips out. So like once they catch him and then they go like, oh, he's just a weak guy, he'll go like, what the fuck, and like really go crazy and be strong as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
They gotta give him something that's so crazy that it makes us worried for all three of these really strong warriors that are on the boat right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Well,
He kind of reminds me of Hantingu from Demon
Same.
Slayer.
dude, I was
thinking
about
that
to say
too.
that too. He's just like the guy.
Yeah.
Also, Demon Slayer movie comes out in a week.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I dropped Demon Slayer. Like
Chainsaw
9
Man
episodes
movie
in.
comes out in a
I have
month.
fun
There
with
we
it.
go. I need to see that.
Oh, 2
Yeah.
months.
No, it's
Jujutsu
October
Kaisen
Oh yeah, a
movie
9th.
month in
comes out.
September. What am I saying? A month. Yeah, you're right. It comes out right after it comes out before my birthday.
Fuck movies.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
You're no fun. No fun.
no.
Fuck
But,
'em.
But anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah. No, this is a good chapter. And, like, I did think it was kind of fast that dude appeared on the boat. Like, I thought, like, it would have been cool if he hadn't shown up. But I guess, like, they don't want to go too long without there being some kind of conflict or whatever. So it's like, yeah, throw him on a boat. Have him sneak up. But, like, he didn't get murdered by their fucking, their senses and their swings and shit. So I guess that's cool. He's not weak. He's just scared. So like they like what did you just attack? There's no one there. I felt a weird breeze. It was faint, but it felt like the winter spirit. So they didn't even connect with anything. They're still not aware that there's you know anything there. Well, at some point, here we go. There's an enemy. There's an invisible enemy on this ship. So like I guess he gets an idea. Otto does, but like they don't fully know, like because they didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
you know what I like to think.
They did, but they just don't know it.
Yeah.
You know what I kind of a possible thing they could do with this part of for this arc is that initially the Wicked Horn like tries to do sneak attacks, but he ends up realizing that it's kind of pointless. So he finds a way to like make them believe that they knocked him into the water or something like that, and maybe they're safe for the time being. But he still like manages to stow away in a place where like he would not be detected until they get to the tomb where the wind spirit is, and then he shows up, and then we get to see what his true capabilities are. After getting a bit more of like a lore dump, and then we get like the real confrontation at the tomb where the wind spirit will end up being awakened.
Okay, so I like that, but what's interesting about what you just said about him like potentially like making it seem like he got knocked into the water, because it's like this is like a really interesting way that this invisibility kind of works, because like he's also kind of intangible to a certain degree, because yeah, it doesn't seem like they felt any kind of like real resistance, like they ran into something, but they did in the ice in the Wicked Horns point of view or perspective or whatever. Like there's clearly impact illustration here that shows that he was hit, I guess. So like he knows he was hit, but the other two don't. So he's not like really like his invisibility, isn't just, because we've seen invisibility before, and then as soon as you run into that thing, it's like, okay, suddenly something is there even though you can't see it. But this works like he's kind of in like an ethereal, like non-corporeal state to at least from the perspective of like Otter and Kutane. So like it's like, how would he, I guess he can maybe turn that off whenever he wants so that he can make a splash in the water as if he was knocked off the boat. But it's just like interesting to think about, because it's like if he doesn't want to interact with matter in a way that's noticeable by other characters, I guess he doesn't really have to. Like sure, they can detect his presence by like weight, because they felt like the way that the ship was tilting. But it's just like it's like confusing me, because it's like if they don't feel him when they run into him, then how is he affecting the weight of the ship? And
You know what this actually remind again? I'm 2 for 2 with the Bleach parallels right now this podcast, but this kind of reminds me of this section of Thousand Year Blood War, which has already been adapted, where Yachiru is trying to defend the wounded against Gremmy's fake V, the Visionary, who had the ability to literally make himself like intangible, like invisible, but managed to completely erase his presence so that they would instantly forget their confrontation, but he'd be completely invisible. But Yachiru, just based off pure fighting instinct, would still be able to like punch him and like manage to attack him just by pure instinct and deal actual impact in that instance. So I feel like that's a similar thing that we saw with what Otr did this chapter. Just the only difference is that he doesn't forget that he did the action in the first place, and that there's someone might be on the ship. But like,
Yeah, I didn't have an example, but I was thinking something similar. Like, what if he's also like manipulating like their thoughts so that they like don't realize that they hit him or something? But like you said, they remember that that something's there. So, yeah, this is something that's just gonna have to be explained.
Yeah.
I will say that, you know, he's invisible. He has this like ice dagger. He's getting ready to stab Otr. And then, you know, they punch him and we go to the next page and he's like, I screwed up, but I achieved my true goal. And on that same panel, it shows the hand that the dagger was in and the dagger is no longer there. So
Oh,
was he trying to get Otter with something? Did he do that? What's going to happen next?
Interesting.
yeah. Huh. What if he did something with the dagger? I mean, he could have easily just flipped it to the other hand, but what if he done something?
Or he dropped it.
Yeah, like his true goal couldn't have been to just show up on the ship.
Yeah. And he said he's gonna get the job done. Something, something wicked. Maybe he's got like a cursed ice blade or something, and he stuck like a ghosty ice blade into Buddy or something, and I just can't see it or whatever.
Yeah, that's
I don't
possible
know.
too.
Like an invisible, an invisible enemy also hits you with an invisible like cursed weapon or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't
Very
know. Wicked
curious.
just yeah. His name, he's the Wicked Horn. So it's like, what's wicked about dude other than being a fucking crybaby?
Mhm.
We'll see soon.
Yeah. But good chapter. Doa Doa.
Doa Doa. It reminds me of Blue No from One Piece.
The Doa Doa fruit.
Mhm.
And fucking the other chick tells him not to touch Otter. That bruh, she says don't fuck with the fucking the fire warrior. He's mine, and he a fucking first thing he does is try to stab Otter in the back. I mean, he probably doesn't know that he's if he's been on the ship, he might have seen the spirit flying around Otter. But like, it's funny that he first thing he does is attack Otter after
Yeah.
being told
Yeah.
not to kill
He
him.
did say, "What would happen if I killed him, even though I was told not to?"
He's trying his luck.
He's fucking around and trying to find out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Hopefully this goes a bit longer. I think like I ain't gonna say it's safe, but I do think it bought itself another like 15 to 17 chapters because like I think Kill Blue's ending. I want to say something else is ending or getting axed, and then we got like two new things coming to jump. So I think this is good for a little while at least. So we'll
Hope
get the
so.
next arc, and then like it might be donezo after that if it doesn't like pick up. But hopefully this is good stuff. Hopefully they cook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Merchant and dude is definitely gonna get the wind spirit. He's very easy to get along with. They were like, "Yeah, can you take us to the tomb?" He's like, "Sure, I'll take you." It's like, damn, that was easy.
I'm just gonna let y'all know I was not about to be a part of that King of the Hill moment y'all just had there.
What was
Give
that?
it to him on-
What?
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
I was about to start humming the intro
I almost didn't know what you meant by King of the Hill moment there for a second, but like now I do not realize.
music.
Man,
Yeah.
yep. That traffic
Oh.
guy, he's weird, man.
Mhm.
Hey.
Been trying to tell y'all.
I already knew. I met him in
Hey.
person.
Oh,
What
that's
the
right.
hell?
But,
Always getting dogpiled.
Mhm.
yep. And he bald now. Can't trust bald niggas.
Bald niggas are down.
Yeah, down 1,000.
the
Traffic
fuck?
joined their ranks. Yo, they just lost 30 points.
Oh my god.
Also, kind of my last comment. Hugin knows the art of the deal.
What do you mean by that?
They got the ship
Oh,
By
yeah,
literally-
yeah. He's like,
by
I'll pay you
literally
for this
having to
shit.
do basically anything he says.
Yeah, this nigga's Donald Trump.
Any favor.
I
Yeah.
like his defensive magic or whatever. It's
Yeah,
cool.
he's got some cool shit going on.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I guess we can pack this one up. I'm done for this chapter. You got anything else, Knox?
I'm good.
Traffer?
I'm good.
Weber?
Nope. I'm good.
That's going to do it for Otr of the Flame, chapter 16. I ain't going to pronounce that name. See ya. Now jumping into our final manga segment of the night, baby. It's Big Bachi time, chapter 92. We are 8 away from 100. The Swordsman. And, if there was one word I had to use, it would be cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah,
much going on in
absolutely.
this chapter. Like, you don't even know, like, where to start. Like, One thing I will say is that when it comes to Hokuto, like when he gets his arm sliced off by Uraha, this nigga says, what does he say? Hold on. Arm flies off, and in his mind, he's like white purity style, absolutely incredible. This is what I love about one of the things I love about Kagurabachi is that these niggas are really about their swordsmanship for real. I'm not saying that this is the first time that we've seen like a deep respect for the craft at hand in any of these kind of stories that we read. Like you see it in a lot of things where, you know, they're just so about the job and like everything that goes into the life path that they've kind of chosen for themselves. There's like a shared respect across warriors, etc., etc. We've seen that a million times. But like the way that it's done in Kagurabachi, it's like this nigga gets his arm sliced off and he says, "This white purity style is amazing. This is absolutely incredible. I don't know, nigga. If I get my arm chopped off by somebody in a fight, I'm not fucking glazing them. I'm about to be like, you motherfucker, I'm about to kill you and your whole family. You chop my fucking arm off, you a stupid ass bitch." Like I'm saying everything but that was awesome in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas really live this life for real. Like this is a love of the game that I feel like isn't seen very often, is all I wanted to say on that.
I will say that reading this chapter, when I got to the part where he was like introducing himself and, you know, admitting to killing his brother, I was initially upset that my theory from last week was wrong.
What was it?
So I thought that he was going to be like, hey, that guy's the one who killed your brother so that he could fight Uraha.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he thought that Hokuto was gonna like lie and say Yura was the one that killed dude's brother to get the dude off his back for a minute so he could fight Uraha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when I got there, I was upset. But then as I went through the rest of the chapter, I was like, you know what? I am glad I was wrong because having just an all-out 2v2 brawl was the best decision they could have made here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's just this shit, man. It really is. It's hard to like, you know, say that this ain't unmatched, bro. Like chopping his arm off, and then him still just being raw, like fighting, deflecting. You know, was it Misaka? I forget his name.
Natsuki.
Natsuki. Still being able to, you know, handle him and not get like murdered, and you know, being just excited. Like it's fucking Yura was like, you riled him up, and he's like, you're welcome. And he's just staking it to himself, like, yo, like it's easy to imagine death in my future, but he's still just horny for it, bro. He's got
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
speaking of Natsuki, I like how this also plays into like the overarching theme of the chapter is that out like Uraha was literally like being guarded for the last like what 5 years, 10 years since
Something like that.
Rokihira's death, since they were like being put on their basic house arrest essentially. Meanwhile, Natsuki and even these guys in the Hishaku have not really like lost their edge. They've kept training. They've kept fighting essentially, honing their skills, and that's how he's been able to work. Like how Natsuki's been able to hold off against these guys, even without Uraha's help for like a few seconds. And he kind of puts Uraha on the back foot a bit in this chapter, leading to the epic moment towards the end.
Yeah.
Which was insane.
And what makes everything so epic about this chapter specifically is like the writing that is kind of going into, you know, what makes all of these characters so special. You know what I mean? You have Uraha fighting Prodigy. He attained the white purity style at the tender age of 16, but he's kind of been chilling in hot springs the whole time and kind of lost his edge. You know, and then Hokuto, it's easy to imagine death in my future. I've got goosebumps all over. It's like, okay, you just got your arm chopped off. You're seeing like, you know, a gap in capabilities, you know, that comes from a combination of just what swordsmanship style your enemy is using versus, you know, the drop that they kind of got on you, you know, with this edge that they're talking about, as far as like keeping yourself sharp despite, you know, the technique that you've kind of perfected over time and whatnot. Like there's so much going into what separates these fighters from other fighters, and they're all really trying their best. Some are taking really serious wounds. Others are just having difficulties in other ways, but they're all just like so excited to be here and love that they're in a conflict that's this high stakes. You know, like this nigga's got talking about goosebumps all over. Like, bro, you just took like what could potentially be a mortal wound, but like your adrenaline is going, endorphins. You're like, this is what you live for. This is what you've been waiting for your entire life. This isn't like, you know, the Seitei War where, you know, it's like enchanted blades versus like, you know, other kinds of superpowers. Like this is just raw swordsmanship. These niggas like train their whole lives for encounters like these. And sure, it's easy to, you know, use some magic or use the magic inside of an enchanted blade to get the job done from one conflict or another. But this is just straight like technique and skill and discipline and, you know, tenacity on display for everybody involved for the most part, besides Yura, who kind of seems bored, to be honest, versus like everybody else, you know what I mean? But still, at the same time, like it's so dynamic, the different motivations that are all clashing at the same time, the different ideologies that are all clashing at the same time. But the common ground across all of the characters is we really, really love this swordsmanship shit, and we love that we have opponents in front of us that can bring out the full extent of our training and our love for this specific area of combat. And it's so well presented and delivered by Hokuzono in this chapter that I just can't praise it enough for everything that it's doing. And it's doing everything right that it's attempting here.
With all
And even
that,
then, oh, sorry, you go.
with all that, I love, like you said, Yura. He just kind of looks bored. Like he's strong, but he's not doing this. Like he's not in it for the love of the game. He is on a mission. He has goals. There's a reason he's here, and he's not like about to let them shoot the fair ones. He's like, I'm not down with this fucking 1v1 bullshit or whatever he says. He jumps in and he's like, we're just gonna 2v1 this guy, and then like in the end, like and on his last page, which reminded me of the fucking double page spread with fucking Todo and Yuji standing in front of fucking Sukuna when they're fucking spinning boogie woogie at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
This shit reminded me of that, but like all of them are standing there in a circle, and Yura, he just looks calm. Like he doesn't. Everyone has those like fucking lines in their eyes showing that they're like fucking strained or like cracked out of their mind or whatever. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
He's just breathing.
Yeah, he
rolling
doesn't
up his
have that
sleeves
detail,
and
does
shit.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he is chilling. This is just another day. Like he's just got doing what he's got to do. He's not here having fun. This isn't like thrilling to him. Like he's not, you know, like he respects that they're monsters and shit. He's like, you know, these guys are strong and shit like that. But he's not looking down on anyone. He's not fucking afraid for his life. I mean, in a sword fight, you kind of gotta like respect the sword and know that like any day could be your last. But he's not looking like he ain't looking like anyone else. It's just
and that's why it's so
thing,
funny.
man.
That's why it's so funny that Yura is like, you really riled him up, and Hokuto's like, you're welcome. It's like it's almost like Hokuto is, you know, saying that for no reason, because Yura isn't like him. Like he doesn't like show up to these kind of things because he's looking for a fight like this. He has completely different motivations, a completely different outlook on these conflicts than Hokuto. It's like Hokuto's like saying this to like another, you know, swordsmanship nerd, which Yura is not. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like he's like kind of like saying it's falling on deaf ears. It's like you're welcome would make sense for him to say to like a Hirohiko, or like a, you know, what's the other nigga from the last arc's name that was a swordsmanship nerd too? Kuguri, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody else would be like, yeah, thank you, bro. Like this is gas. Like you're bringing out the best in these niggas. But you know, Yura's just like, I don't even want to be here for real. The fuck you mean you're welcome, nigga? You're making this harder for me. I got things to do over here, and I got to do this.
Which actually kind of shows something interesting, because like I mentioned that Uraha was kind of like not training or fighting over the last couple of years while Natsuki was. That still didn't stop the fact that the two of them are still kind of in sync to a degree. Like they trained in the past, they know how they tend to fight, and it kind of shows how the two of them together kind of know what they're able to do, and it kind of helps them play off each other when they're like fighting in the same area. Even though Natsuki wants to take down his brother's murderer, it is shown that he will work with Uraha when the opportunity presents itself that gets him in a better position. Meanwhile, when it comes to I forgot the guy's name. What's the name of the other guy again? I forgot again. When it comes to those two, they're not really in sync. They're basically just fighting to go after their own opponents, just going for their own goals. And even though something similar is with Natsuki mainly wanting to kill his brother's murderer, him and Oroha are kind of still relatively in sync because they know each other's fighting styles and how they tend to like go after things. So when they're together, it shows that they have like their own idea of how to turn the fight in the best situation, even if it's just like instinctual.
Yeah, and I love that you brought that up because this page on page 11, where Uroha's kind of in his mind talking about Hokuto's counterattack that sliced off his fingers. He's like, holy shit, he's good. He steps backwards and evades the sword by the tiniest hair, and the precise moment the blade misses, he moves and encounters, all with exquisite timing. His coordination and proprioception are exceptional. Which reminds me a couple of things. One, that comment about how he steps backwards and evades the sword by the tiniest hair reminds me a lot of in Hunter x Hunter when when Zeno and Silva are fighting Crollo in the York New City arc, and Zeno is sending the dragon head at Crollo while he's using Owl's mantle to kind of like deflect it, and he had already like kind of like released the mantle and just started dodging the dragon head. And Silva was like watching the exchange, and he's like, this dude is good as fuck. He like dodges the dragon head at the very last second so that it doesn't leave any openings for me to really counterattack because he's watching me too. So it reminded me of that. But the proprioception comment, which is effectively the same thing that Captain America and Cyclops do in Marvel Comics. It's like basically spatial awareness. It's like what allows them. It's like what allows like Captain America and Cyclops. Well, Captain America to like throw his shield and like bink it off of like multiple things before it like returns back to his hand, and like Cyclops is able to like shoot his laser at like certain surfaces that can reflect light until he can like find a specific target or whatever. Like that's all proprioception too at the end of the day. But it's just a really cool like comment to get from Uroha when it comes to like how locked in these niggas are and like how serious they are about achieving whatever they're trying to achieve in the fight. It's just like a really cool line of dialogue. But,
Let me just go through this chapter.
Yeah.
Like the action was definitely a highlight for me because it starts with Uraha slicing off Hakuto's arm, and then from there it's immediately Natsuki jumping over him and hitting both of them because both Yura and Hokuto block, and using lightning sorcery to blow them through the wall.
Yeah.
And in this time, instead of following him through the hole, Uraha walks around to go through a door.
Yeah. Real quick, I had thought that because Hokuto got his arm sliced off and Natsuki went right to him afterwards, I thought Yura had came in to block for Hokuto because Natsuki was attacking Hokuto after he had just got his arm sliced off. I didn't see it as Natsuki attacking both Yura and Hokuto at the same time. I thought he would just had tunnel vision for Hokuto because of revenge reasons, and Yura was like, holy shit, my nigga just got his arm sliced off. He probably needs some backup to a certain degree because Natsuki's bloodlusted and rushing him is kind of how I took that. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Oh, yeah. And then, you got Uraha trying to slice at Hakuto.
And I just want to also say, Kokuzono loves showing these niggas use EI White Purity Style through doors. Like, this is like the 4th or 5th time that a nigga's been behind a door readying the EI White Purity Style for the strike. And it's just funny to me.
I mean, it's just cool.
Yeah, it is.
What other reason is there?
Yeah. Sorry. Continue. I'll shut up.
Okay.
Also,
he gets his...
Go ahead, I'll play it.
So he gets his fingers sliced off, and then he gets backed into Yura, and they both immediately recognize that it's an enemy. Yura tries to stab him, but he ducks underneath his cape, and then Nitsuki jumps over to attack Haruto, and knocks him over the edge. And Yura goes in to help him, and Uraha snaps or whatever it is he does, and not only does he stab Hakuto, he also slashes Yura on the way down.
Yeah.
Like just
unsheathing with the teeth too is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, how's he gonna fight now? That's how.
Yeah. Just Zorro's it.
It's a crazy sequence of events.
Yeah, no, the choreography was fucking insane for that sequence, yeah.
EI with the teeth is next level.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oda's taking notes right now.
Yeah,
He's
for
like, I can
real.
do that? Wait a minute.
Write that down.
Right.
Yeah, nah, this is a beautiful chapter. Yeah, he fucking killed it.
Yeah,
And then
man.
they like, I guess they land in like a pond or something, in like a koi pond. It's
I
like a
just assumed
splash.
that the battle just broke some pipes, and it's starting to flood the library.
I don't know.
Maybe. I feel like they're like, yeah, I think they're fighting like over a little pond in there. Yeah, because like on the page that says like Kumanabe headquarters, page 8, it looks like some kind of hot springs or something. It looks like books are falling and water's like splashing up. I don't know. Hard to tell. Why would you have a hot spring in a library? That's how you fuck up the books.
Maybe it's a fountain.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Yeah, but they in there fucking fighting, motherfucker squabbling in there. So this is good shit, bro. Bro, fucking everybody's got skill. Hokuto fucking cutting his fingers off the fucking sheath, and fucking Natsuki, like his handles are interesting. I would love to see him fight fucking Hirohiko with the way
Yeah.
he'd be like tossing the sword and then fucking catching it and doing shit. Like I don't know what this fucking off the heezy alley oop ass slice he did was on fucking page 12, but like the
I
shit was
think
clean.
Yeah.
I think that actually, now that you mentioned that, it kind of reminds me of all things, Assassination Classroom.
Oh shit.
Like
Damn, it's been
like with
way too long since I've yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it reminds me of that way that Nagisa tries to fight, where he'll have the opponent focus on his weapon, but then he'll just toss it aside, and they're like immediately like they're always focused on the weapon, and that takes their attention away for a split second.
Yeah, we've seen
And
it in
like
a couple
Nagisa will
things.
just
Hmm.
but it's mainly because like I've seen like rewatched Assassination Classroom over the last like 5 years like 3 times,
Oh
which
shit.
is why it kind of sticks out to me.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite animes to rewatch whenever there's nothing else to watch.
It reminds me
But like then he does
too of Tower of God. There was a swordsman character whose name is escaping me right
hats.
now. Hots, yeah. And he would like throw one sword into the air and then he'd attack you with the other one. And then while you're distracted with the one he's attacking you with, the other one would come back down and re-enter the fight in some kind of cool way too. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, a way of splitting the opponent's focus.
Yeah.
That way, even if it's just for a second, they're still focusing on that one weapon from the action of you moving the weapon,
Right.
and then you take advantage of that split second to deal another blow.
Because that's what it comes down to is like this, like when you have characters that are this skilled facing off against each other, it comes down to like the tiniest margin of error
Yeah.
that will spell victory or defeat for one or the other. And that's why I love this page on 13 where Natsuki's thinking about his Uraha and like what separates himself from a child prodigy like him. Is like his initial movements are insanely fast, but he lacks that edge. Once you've mastered a technique, it tends to stick with you, but that instinctual edge, intuition, split second judgment calls, and moving like a knife, you lose that stuff fast if you're not continually exposed to battle. Those fine details are even more crucial than technique when master warriors fight. It reminds me a lot of like what would irritate me about like power scalers like on the timeline or something like that, and across apps. But like power scalers in general kind of tend to focus on the damage and like the potency like of abilities like themselves, as if like if these characters fight, they're just gonna stand there and fucking throw one attack and then at the person and then see if it kills them, and then the other one's gonna throw another one back and see if it kills them. It's like there's so much more that goes into these versus battles than just like the technique itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is exactly what goes through my mind whenever I see those power scaling debates that seem to only focus on ability, potency, or damage or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's star level and he has an ability that can, destroy a mountain range. And it's like, okay, but what if that nigga dodges? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what if that
nigga?
nigga got pocket sand and fucking, throws some shit in your eye and then gets behind you and fucking, kidney shots you or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more to it than just this attack versus another attack. So, yeah.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah,
You
that's
win
kind
in
of
the
what I
library, but meet me on Final Destination. No items.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, y'all, I feel like next chapter is going to be generational.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Especially after a last double page spread cliffhanger like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want Yura to just like open the chapter up and be like, "Hokuto, you're kind of an idiot, man." Just, like I want him to say something, but like fucking everyone's laser focused on each other. Like they're all focused on fucking Hokuto, and Hokuto's here for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good like aura farming double page spread.
Mhm.
Really good should I say Mexican standoff?
with the Mexican
With
fucking
the-
swordsman.
Whoever draws first wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one. This is gonna be one for the fucking books when they animate it. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
there's so many things for the books when it comes to when this series is animated already with less than 100 chapters.
Yeah, and if Side Games is going to be the studio that does it, I'm 100% confident that they'll be able to do it based off all the recent stuff they've been doing.
Yeah,
I'm
imagine it
ready
gets like a
for it.
Ranger Reject or Sakamoto Days treatment. Imagine how
Somebody-
devastating that would
I'm
be.
Do
going
not
to
jinx
Japan.
us. Do not jinx us.
I'm going to Japan.
They
Somebody
gonna have
gotta
to see me.
Yeah.
Kagurabachi's doing too well for them to give it a bad adaptation.
Yeah, they already know that they gotta give this the same kind of dedication and passion as Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
They better. If they don't, I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah,
It's like
there will be
But-
conversations had,
for sure.
violent ones. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not. But
Yeah. Who
I
knows?
think
Might
I'm-
find out in Jeff Festa.
oh yeah, well I think it's definitely time. Jump Fest is happening. We're getting that anime announcement. It's enough chapters. We can get a season out of this already. And like even when they announce it, like by the time Jump Festa happens, we'll be at like chapter 115 probably because that's in December. So
Mhm.
it's like 12 more weeks or whatever, and then that's like 105 actually. But then they'll announce the anime. Hey, anime's coming. 2026, but it'll be like the fall. So the anime will be starting like now, the next year, type shit. It's like by then, we'll have another 50 chat. We'll be at like 147 or something stupid like that by the time the anime starts. So yeah, I think it's a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm squeezed out on this one, and it's getting late, shouty. So what you got? You got anything else for this one, Traffer?
No, I'm good.
What about you, Noxanot?
I'm also good.
What about you, Weebery?
Absolute cinema.
All right, yeah, big movie time. Kagurabachi, chapter 92, The Swordsman. All right, before we get on up out of here, you know how we do. We got to do chapter of the week, top comments, and the outro, baby. We starting with chapter of the week. It's tough for me, so I'm gonna pass this one on to Traffy. What's your chapter of the week, baby?
Easy peasy. It is Shangri-La Frontier.
Really?
That is a
Really?
that's a reveal that I've been personally waiting on for a very long time, and
Yeah.
the way that it was dropped, I just loved it.
Yeah, it was very well done. I was not ready for that. You said easy peasy. I was like, I know what he's about to say. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What about you? What about you, Weeb? What's your chapter of the week?
I'm torn. I'm torn between Ranger, Ichi, and Kagurabachi, but I think I liked the chapters we got from Ranger more.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
I really liked them.
What about
Plus,
you?
Hisui at the end was just badass as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a grown man for real. What about you, Knox? Chapter of the week.
Yeah, it's Kagurabachi, but my top three, like it's really close between Kagurabachi, Ranger Reject 188, and Centuria. Like I think that those are my
Okay.
top three for sure. But
I'm sure also very good.
but yeah, Kagurabachi just has too much going on, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, man, because like when I read that Shangri-La Frontier chapter, like on release, I just was like, this is it for me. Like I don't care what else happens during the week, Shangri-La Frontier. I've been waiting on this reveal. Like Travis said, I've been waiting on this reveal for fucking 200 chapters, man. Like it's huge, like it's not a major, plot. I mean, it is a plot point, but it's not like a big action-packed moment. Like it's not hype, but it's hype. I was hype.
Yeah.
It's basically how the entire story started.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not be hype about that?
Yeah, that shit gave me
it's-
goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie.
True.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I felt
It
something
was a
with
good
that
moment.
chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard, man, because I want to say Shangri-La, but Kagurabachi went crazy, man. I
Kagurabachi went
think
crazy, man. I felt that shit in my
It-
loins.
yeah, bro. Fucking unsheathed with the fucking teeth, bro. Come
Oh,
on now.
that
That
was
it's different.
it's different, man.
Mhm.
I don't know,
Levels.
man. I don't want to play the safe card. Because then people gonna say don't just choose to be fucking up against it. I'm gonna go Kagurabachi, man. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Bachi.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
my
Really?
heart wants
I'll
to
be
say
different.
my heart wants to say Shangri-La,
Yeah.
but like definitely like everything was strong this week. It was a really tough one. Like people who only hear and listen to Kagurabachi and they're like, yeah, it's always Kagurabachi because it's the best. Please go listen, read something else that we cover because like this was really a hard week, bro. Like
Yeah.
everything was good, everything was competitive. This was not a blowout. Shangri-La did not. I mean, Kagurabachi didn't shit on anything.
As
It was
insane
tough.
as this Kagurabachi chapter was, like we got niggas in the in the streets saying like this is the best Kagurabachi chapter yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
for one reason or another. Like, and it still was close between
yeah.
a lot of other series that we cover. So please, like, you really got to read everything that we review.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a huge disservice by just like if you're one of the guys who like just tune in to listen to one segment, like please go read something else. Even if you don't listen to the segment for it, like go read Shangri-La Frontier, go read,
Yeah.
Ranger Reject, go read, whatever the hell we're talking about, like,
Yeah.
and then come back, baby.
And
'Cause
if
why
you
not, man?
and
What else
it's
you got to do?
specifically like if you really like Kagurabachi, like Centuria scratches similar itches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the action and in the strategy inside of the conflicts and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a JJK Junior, Hunter x Hunter Junior, Kagurabachi. You know, it's doing similar things.
Yeah.
Fucking combat wise. So
And like a lot of the times, some of the lesser popular like manga that we cover here are like the best conversations of the week. Like the Kagurabachi convos are always fun, but like it's not always, in my opinion, the best convo. Like I feel like we'd be having like great fucking Centuria conversations a lot,
yeah.
and like just the same for other series.
Yeah.
So
Centuria is
go,
definitely a top 3 segment for me conversationally.
yeah, it'd
I
be
do thi-
beefy.
Yeah.
I do think the times when Kagurabachi was like the best conversation was like during the assassination arc because there was just a lot of theories and a lot of stuff going around.
Yeah.
Like those are some good conversations, and we got the backstory of like the war that happened all those years ago.
Yeah, it's
Heck, it
the
was to the point where Kagurabachi was like our favorite chapter of the week every single week for like a month, 1 or 2 months straight.
Sure, but
Yeah.
just wanted to point out that like there's a lot of good stuff that people need to be reading besides the one or two things that they're following in Weekly Shonen
Oh yeah,
Jump.
true.
But yeah, but we'll close out those chapter of the week sections and jump into comments. All right, so we got a comment from at look-out115. He says, "It's funny to me that Fujimoto used the I have multiple copies of me 3 copies of me. Wait, I have multiple copies of me 3 times already. My brain was cooked.
Mm.
The Doll Devil, Makima, and now the STD Devil Law. By the way, read Samurai, Isekai Samurai, in quotations, or parentheses, Samurai in Another World. Don't let the name fool you. It's peak Isekai. And I think all of us can agree to that. We all,
It's
I think,
good.
have read it. And we'll, yeah.
I'm up to date.
Don't, you ain't scaring us away. We all know that it's peak, baby.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I even replied
I
to that
haven't
comment
read
and
it.
said something. Huh?
Oh,
I haven't read it. I need to.
Pick it up.
Oh, you're fired. No,
I know.
I'm kidding.
It's on my to read list.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
it's a
Yeah.
bald guy thing.
First volume's out in English.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, multiple clones. I don't remember Makima having multiple clones. I guess you're talking about like
It's more so
Nagisa?
like
That's not a
her.
clone.
I think it was more so like you killed me, but I'm back for this reason type shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you transferred the death to somebody else.
Right.
okay. Yeah, I guess that kind of, bro. No,
It technically
but
counts, but it's kind of reachy. Yeah.
Doll Devil and STD were definitely like multiples, but Makima was just like fucking ecto. What I don't know, Karibo ectoplasm, Yu-Gi-Oh type thing. Something
Yep.
happened with that. Something. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody was saying, here we go. My guess for why, because we were questioning the anniversary stuff for why Ichi the Witch was having its anniversary last week. So at Straw Hat Merc says, my guess for why the anniversaries are early is because a lot of the anniversaries are lined up over the next couple of weeks. Shinobi Undercover is next issue, and hopefully the issue after that is Kagurabachi, maybe some anime news. I also heard Kill Blue rumors for anime, so they'll probably get a lead pretty soon. I think it's just their big series anniversaries all kind of lining up, so they decided to do Ichi first. And yes, I think that has been confirmed. Also, I think the Kill Blue got like it ended today while getting an anime announcement, and I think there was like a break or something like that. But yeah, anniversaries all lined up or whatever, and calendars and stuff. It's all stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Someone says, at Adrian Low 9747 added a flex emoji for Knox last week just for him to take the day off. A
Uh-oh.
scammer. I
No,
don't remember why.
I don't remember why. That's my nigga Adrian though, but I don't remember. I don't remember why I said put a flex emoji in the chat.
Probably like if Knox sucks, flex. He's just showing his love and respect.
Oh God. Sorry, Adrian.
And,
I failed you.
Shout out to buddy. And then last comment for now, at Zios974. They already said that Shiba and Hiyuki were out protecting the other two sword bearers. Okay, I forgot about that. If that's been stated, I think we said that might be the case last episode. But yeah, shout out to you. Thanks for the clarification. Also, people who are listening to the comments of the week, we didn't get that many comments last week, baby. So do us some love, do us a solid and drop some more, because I wanna do some comment responses.
It's
with
because I
video
was gone.
replies,
It's
so-
because I was gone. They don't have as much to comment on because they didn't have the velour voice here to
no.
give them reasons to speak.
The aluminum foil voice.
Just for that comment less, that way we know that it's not Knox.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, thanks for the comments, guys. And yeah. So that's going to do it, baby. Shonen Pulse episode 36. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you ain't already subscribed, but you probably are now because, all the people that matter are here. They subscribe. We got over 1,000 subscribers now. We can't thank you enough. Hopefully we get another 1,000 within the year or something like that. We got high expectations, baby. Help us out. We're trying to afford cheeseburgers and all that good stuff. We had an excellent set of chapters this week. Fire, actually. Like every chapter was competitive. Every chapter was a banger. The chapter of the week section was very difficult. Also, YouTube added a new hype feature. So if you see that hype button down below, please hit the hype button for us to push us in the algorithm to help us reach more people like you, more wonderful people, more beautiful people who hit the like button and stuff. Earlier, I said in the intro that we are now on Spotify, so a link for that will be in the description. If you're a Spotify-er, you can check that out. But yeah, man, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. This has been me, Big Yato, and Knox, you want to say something to the people?
Hi. Goodbye. See you next time. Love you. Thanks for 1,000.
Traffic.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We are here because of you. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, Weber.
Thanks again for 1,000 subscribers. We'll do our best to make sure you guys are entertained every week.
Yes, sir. That's gonna do it. And Shonen Pulse is out of here.